party. Hey everyone, sorry about that little issue there, but thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Going back over what had transpired previously. So the party was hired to go into Craghammer seeking Lady Kima of Vord, who is a renowned folk hero, a halfling paladin of much renown, following the Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon of justice and good, who went on a vision quest, apparently seeing some sort of evil brewing beneath Craghammer, and went on her own to seek it and destroy it. It hasn't been seen for many weeks, months even since, and so the party has then gone into Craghammer to attempt to locate her. After some conversing, some brawling, some interesting circumstances, they found information that she disappeared into the Mithril Mines, just underneath the lower circle of Craghammer. They've since battled a few creatures. Apparently these strange monstrosities are coming out of the mines recently, and they've had dwarven miners being taken and disappearing. They went trudging into the mines, found one of the series of tunnels that had broken into the mines from some other source, encountered a few Umber Hulks, were ambushed by some Duragar, which are subterranean, dark, ashen gray, messed up dwarves, and an intellect devourer, which proceeded to blast Grog, reduce his intelligence to 0, and leave him catatonic and brain dead. And that's where we left off. But we'll pick up that in a second. Let's go ahead and continue our introductions. We had Taliesin, now we have Marisha.
Yes. Hello, I am Marisha Ray, and I am Keyleth of the Arashari tribe, and I am the Circle of the Moon Druid, level 9.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Alright.
Hi, I'm Aranakawa, and I play Tiberius Stormwind, the Dragonborn Sorcerer, level 9, super badass.
Scaly.
Oh, hi, I'm Sam Regal. I play Scanlan's Shorthalt, the level 9 bard gnome who's the handsomest and most charming of the group.
Scanlan Shorthalt.
Scanlan Shorthalt.
Yeah.
Of course.
Esquire.
The third.
Yes.
The third.
Hi. Oh, my brother is extra stealth right now.
Yeah.
But I play Vexalia, who is a half-elf ranger, and I have an amazing companion bear named Trinket, who is basically the coolest ever. And he's good at everything he does. I'm okay, but he's excellent.
He's really, really good.
I'm Grog Strongjaw. I'm a Goliath barbarian, level 9.
Oh, I didn't say that, level 9.
I have an intelligence of 6 normally, but now it's -2.
Oh.
And my brain is made of applesauce.
Poor Grog.
Liam, who is not here yet, but will be here shortly.
He's peeing.
He is peeing. And what's peeing, he'll return
On a
into his
tree.
introduction as well. And
Stealthily.
Ashley Johnson, who has missed the last couple games because she's been filming, when she returns, will be playing Pike. Who's our cleric, our gnome cleric. Liam's arrived. Huzzah!
We're just introducing ourselves, that's all.
Exactly. It's okay. We have technical
He made the
difficulties.
introduction.
So,
Hi, Moth.
Definitely.
Welcome to the game.
before we start,
hi.
too, just a couple quick announcements. A couple cool games that have come out recently that some of us have been involved with. Today was the launch of Pillars of Eternity, really, really awesome, kind of successor to Baldur's Gate. Both me and Liam are part of that as well. Those who are playing through, I voice Aloth and Adair. Liam, if you remember any characters you voice in it.
The guy.
The guy. Liam voices the guy. We're scattered throughout the game, so just if you can't get enough of us here, you'll be really hating our voices by playing through that. And then also, Orion.
Oh yeah, on a more radder note, Final Fantasy Type 0, you should play, is out also. I play 9 in that, and Matthew Mercer plays Trey in it as well.
Yeah.
I thought 7, 8, 9.
Pimping our shit.
Huh? 7 does maybe eats 9. Who knows?
I'm a dad.
Who knows? But it's definitely a different take on any Final Fantasy you've ever played, and as a fan, I'm excited. So let's check out 2.
It's legit awesome. So a lot of cool, exciting things.
Also, this one's in Tales for the Borderlands, being awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 2 just came out.
That's right.
Yes.
Congrats.
And I'll be playing at the Laugh Barn in St. Louis.
every Tuesday.
Three nights, sold out. Opening for Carrot Top.
Check it
All
out.
right. Well, guys, let's go and get down to brass tacks. So last we left off in a subterranean cavern with a deep underground river flowing through it, pitch darkness. You managed to survive a conflict with 2 Umber Hulks thanks to polymorph and some good tactics. However, Grog then charged headlong towards a light source, trying to be a campfire across the way, where he walked into an ambush by a few Duragars, again shooting him with crossbow bolts and the inflict devour, and made him brain dead. You guys
He's got nobody to blame but himself.
kind of. That's okay. Grog owns it, as you can see with his glasses. So
I love those.
So, we're beginning now as Grog has collapsed face down on the ground, drooling. The last of the Duragar have been blown off the cliff or destroyed. You all rush in and find Grog not moving, not responding, not anything.
Somebody pretty give me CPR.
Don't talk.
Okay.
Grog, can you hear us?
I rush down and
Can you
slap him
feel
on
us
the face
near
a few
you?
times.
You slap.
Nothing.
You slap. No response. No.
Someone quick.
I
Dick on his
also,
face.
I also bend down and slap him a few times. And then I say, I knew it wouldn't work, I just... Damn it, Grog.
I'm going to actually try a crude medical examination to see if I can.
Investigation check?
Don't use your
Okay.
fingers.
Go ahead.
And yes, this is nice. 19
19 on the medicine.
on the medicine.
You leave my
Okay.
prostate alone.
I have to palpate the region.
A thorough Goliath cavity search later. Find some stray gold pieces.
There's where that pony went.
It's a very deep belly button you have there. My God.
The Goliath physicality is a little different than what you're used to.
Found the troll, Dick.
You looking over him, there's very little physical damage to him. He shrugs it off pretty easily. There's no notable sign or anything other than the fact that his eyes are not reacting to anything. It looks he is catatonic.
No bleeding from the ear. No bleeding from the nose.
Nope.
I'm going to go take a look at the remnants of the brain creature.
All right, with bits of currently thawing chunks of it blasted apart by Tiberius's glacial blast, it appears to be tougher than normal, but very similar to gray matter in appearance and texture. Other than these strange kind of reddish brown bestial legs that have that were once attached to its midsection are now blown apart and cast to the ground. The whole texture seems very slimy and rubbery. And it's much larger than any natural brain should be. It's probably, when it was all one piece, it would have been roughly about the size of a small dog.
Do any of us know anything about magic that could heal him? Like any spells, any...
Do you?
I think I might...
It's clear that when that brain thing hit Grog with his zapper thing, that it rendered him unconscious. I would assume that this is a magical creature, just based on the attack alone.
Percy,
Thank
what did
you,
you find out?
Tiberius.
Excellent assessment.
Thank you.
He got zapped and now he's unconscious.
Maybe we should try. Does anybody have any healing? I know Pike isn't here, but...
I
Don't you have something?
think I have a spell that might be able to help. I don't know it right now, though. We'd have to take a break. I'd have to pull out my books and relearn it.
How much
Take
time
some
do you need?
Need to sleep on it.
As
could
they
we-
talk, Grog slowly flatulates.
It happens, it's natural.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's another... What is it, an ass cloud? Is that what it was?
Everybody make a
Cloud.
Lovely,
constitution
yeah,
saving
constitution.
throw.
How many entrances? How many ways or entrances where we are? Because it's like a center thing, right?
Yeah, you're currently basically at the precipice of a large cavern that has multiple layers as the river kind of cascades off into multiple waterfalls. As far as you can see, which isn't far enough because there's no other light source beyond you guys, the cavern just continues indefinitely for a good 60 feet and then just vanishes in the darkness.
Well, maybe we should sleep, try to camp for the
Well, we'll need
time.
to form a perimeter and someone will have to stand guard.
Well, currently you're holding a barely alive Duragar hostage.
Right, I forgot about that.
we
Did we
gotta
already say that?
interrogate.
We gotta interrogate him. Her. It.
It's a female.
Female.
And I speak it. It's language.
You do. You speak Undercommon.
Hers.
First thing you note too is it is female, and it takes a moment to register that because she is also bald on top.
Sorry.
Nasty, pale, kind of sunken face. Eyes are completely clouded over and white, no pupils. Teeth are kind of yellow and gnarled and sharp. Food delivery.
How close to death's door is she?
She's
Thank you.
sputtering blood.
Thank
She's
you,
got
my
a wound on her
wonderful
shoulder.
people.
There's more coming. This is the vegan pizza. There's more coming.
What?
Where is it coming?
Thanks, chat room.
Thank you, chat room.
Chat room bought us a
Thanks,
pizza.
You guys
guys.
are awesome.
Dude,
You're
I like
amazing. Thank you so much.
Vegan pizza? Are you kidding me?
And donuts!
Pizza made it.
And look at those chocolate cakes.
All right. This creature is very injured. I I think we need to heal her just enough.
Heal her?
Just enough.
Not so fast.
We'll heal her after she talks.
If
Why
she
don't
unconscious,
you make that bargain
I've
right
got
now?
dagger to her throat, and she's bald.
Bald, yes.
All right, so I got an arm around the top of her forehead.
Don't kill her.
She's not unconscious, right?
No. She's
I go
just
up.
huge shoulder wound.
All right, call my sister over. I'll hold her. You talk.
What did you do to our friend?
I didn't do anything. That was the brain's work.
What did the brain twerk do to our friend?
Brain twerk?
Took care of your friend. He's gone now. He's all dead inside. Kaputski.
What are you here for?
Just created a mess.
What should I fucking ask? I say that in our language. What should I ask?
How do we fix it?
How do we fix it?
There you go.
Bury your dead weight.
I press the blade a little
Oh,
tighter,
God,
dig
no.
in, maybe 1 hit point worth.
Oh
of
no,
blood.
she's only got 1 hit point
She's
left.
only got 1?
She's got 1 hit point.
Don't do that.
Is she bleeding?
Profusely from the shoulder.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to cauterize the wounds. There's more than one way to make someone talk. I'm going to shoot my gun off, get it nice and hot right at the tip, and start cauterizing the wounds.
Okay,
I
so
hope she doesn't know.
as the flash goes off, and the sound of the blast echoes throughout the entirety of the cavern. You hear cascade off.
Little warning next time.
He takes the barrel, slams into the shoulder with a sizzling sound, and she reaches back in pain. Make an intimidation check.
I'm
Should I ask her?
Ah, 21.
21. All right. She's now like breathing heavy.
I'm using my mage hand to poke her in the face.
Like she's trying to move her face out of the way, but can't seem to avoid the mystical arcane finger pokes.
Look, we haven't got all day.
Who
How
do
did
you
we
work
fix
for?
it? And who do you work for?
You fell, surface slime. You've already fallen. The masters gather the sheep. You shall all be harvested for Kavarn.
Oh, is he a farmer?
You can't understand. Who's Kavarn? Does anybody know?
No, is that a thing? Is that
I
a
don't
person?
know. I don't
roll
know.
history on
God,
that or
who is
something?
Kavarn?
You can roll history,
Arr, who is Kavarn?
Kavarn is the one that rules these caverns. The one who guides us to take the surface back.
To take the surface back.
14 in history wouldn't do
Is
it.
Kavarn the one making creepy zombie monsters?
Kavarn likes to tinker with the fleshlings. Yes. Great.
Where is Kavarn located? Point the direction.
It looks over her shoulder, back towards the darker part of the cavern you guys haven't traversed.
Deep.
What is Kavarn?
What is Kavarn?
You'll see.
No, you'll tell me now. I slap her across the face, lightly, not enough to use a hit point.
I poke her more.
Like a Three Stooges act.
My life is already forfeit. I'm just relishing your faces, knowing that they will be gnarled and twisted soon enough.
Break her legs. Leave her here.
You break
Heal her. Maybe we should heal her and then let her lay there. Is that evil? That's pretty evil.
What's your alignment?
My alignment is pretty good.
I go.
Wait,
she
ask if
did
they've seen
just help.
Nostock. Or if they've seen.
Oh yes,
Or if they've seen our paladin friend.
our little.
Lady Kima.
Our little
Lady
Kima.
Kima.
Before we end your life, tell us: have you seen a small halfling?
Doesn't give them much
At which point there's like a moment of recognition in the female Duragar's face.
There was a halfling, aye. She was foolish enough to come down here alone. She's dead now. We've taken her life and it was delicious.
I drag her to her feet, walk her over to the edge of the cliff where the water is, and hold her, knife still at her neck. Tell this one, now's her last chance to give us anything useful, lead her to her boss, I guess.
All right, it's your last chance. Give us something useful, and we'll end this painlessly. Don't, and we'll make you suffer.
Make an intimidation check.
All right. Oh, my new dice!
I'm going to assist her by pulling out my other dagger and let it drip
come on,
poison
baby.
down the blade.
Intimidation. 14?
Assist?
Go ahead and roll, guys.
Me.
You, yeah.
To assist me?
19.
19. Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Oh.
I'm giving you advantage on the roll because he has.
Oh, okay,
blades to
cool.
her now.
Okay, it was still 14.
Still 14.
I should have rolled my other one to see, just to see.
She laughs and says,
Your friend's dead. All is lost. You came for nothing.
Can I tell if she's lying? Is it
"Make an insight check."
insight check? Oop. No.
Okay, can I see if she's lying?
You can also make an insight check.
All right, cool.
I can't understand
Roll,
what
bitches,
the
roll.
hell
Hopefully
she's
that's way
saying.
better. 24.
24. She is definitively lying through her teeth just to hurt you.
Yes! We know you're lying.
What?
Yes! I don't know what else to ask her, guys. I don't know what else to ask her.
What are goblins afraid of?
She's kind of like super sickness.
Regardless, we have her. She's down below. And soon enough, you'll see what shall become of this halfling.
We'll rescue her. And we're gonna kill your god. And then
I did it.
Acre of spray comes across the front.
that was the worst thing.
Awkward throat slitting I've ever heard.
This is very
We're gonna
fast.
kill your god. Wait. Fuck it, just go with it. Let's commit.
As the body goes limp in your hands, you just kind of let it tumble over the water.
Good times, guys.
Now you guys are standing over Grog in this kind of makeshift
Sticky slime.
campsite. The embers of the fire kind of going low.
While she's researching.
Oh,
Yes.
should we keep? I'm gonna keep watch.
Absolutely.
With Trinket.
Do we have any idea what time it is?
At this point, it just reminds at some point in the evening.
Alright.
Let's rest. Let's set up a perimeter and take turns standing guard. I'm gonna go to the next cavern over to where we killed those Umber Hulks.
Yes.
Take one of the Umber Hulk heads and put it on a stick right out front of where we're camping, as sort of a warning to others.
All right.
Is,
I want to
how
check the
about this?
bodies.
how many cavern entrances are there for where we're camping?
From where you are, there's an entrance that you came in through.
Right.
Strange things afoot, echoing sounds. You're worried. This entrance you came in. Across the way, there appears to be another cavern that you can kind of see the entrance to. Those are the only proper openings into this giant chamber. Otherwise, it's just a giant, overarching cave that you guys are just getting to push into. So.
I'm gonna take the first watch.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I still have a lot of reading to do, and I can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Make sure everybody's in. Everybody's in.
Wait, I want to
What are
check
you
the
casting?
bodies of
What are you
the
about to cast?
Anti-life.
other
Sure.
guys before, yeah.
Okay.
A shell
go ahead and
that
make,
keeps anything
just
from
make an
coming.
investigation check.
Oh, great. Well, before you do that, hold on.
20.
Okay. Glancing about, you pull roughly 125 gold pieces between the three corpses of the Duragar. Well, two corpses. One of them is gone. It washed downstream.
Right.
She
She had a lot of good stuff on her.
You do, however, find on one of them a gnarled implement of some kind. Whether it be scavenged or not, it's of a strange, almost bleached bone ivory that comes to a point on one end.
Let's look at it.
It is pretty.
Ooh, let me see.
An artifact we can bring back to them.
Can I take a look at it and
Give it
see
to
if I
Tiberius. He'll try
glean
anything.
He'll try anything.
any history or arcane
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
arcana? No.
Scan it. It is a very pretty something.
24.
24. Go ahead and hand it over to him.
What is it?
Wonderful. This is
Nothing.
a wand of magic missiles, of course.
It sends out magic missiles.
This one has 7 charges, and while holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast a magic missile spell from it. For one charge, you cast the first level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot by 1 for each level additional charge you expend. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the 1's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the 1 crumbles.
It seems very technical.
Basically, it shoots out 6 missiles and then it.
Isn't that a famous like?
I'm glad we killed them before they used that on
It's
us.
a pew pew stick.
It's a pew pew stick.
Yes.
Cool.
Would anybody would like to tinker? I mean, well, I learned this when I was 12.
No, you're unconscious.
Hold on to it.
Well, yeah.
I think Grog
Yeah.
may have soiled himself a little. We should probably
Take
get
a nap
Keyleth
so
on the
that maybe you
books.
can.
Yes.
Make sure everyone's in and close by.
Okay.
Keyleth, you need to
Get done
study,
with
so
everything.
we'll
She's
take
gonna-
first
I'm gonna take
watch.
you guys.
Oh, that's true. You should
can't
study
study
while
and
we
watch.
watch.
I'm gonna cast anti-life shell.
that for
That way
free?
everyone at least gets 1 good hour of sleep.
Oh, good. I like it.
All right, let's take a nap.
All right.
You go ahead and you eventually find one of the corpses of the Ember Hole. It takes you a good 25 minutes to eventually carve through. It's relatively thick, high chitinous exterior. You put the head on a makeshift spike, and it is now there on display.
Yes, as a warning to others.
You feel accomplished. Yes. You head back. Keyleth,
Terrible taxidermy.
as you're taking first watch, you notice that the campsite that the Durgar were using, where you guys are currently resting for the evening, it's been there for a while, and it looks like the Durgar had repurposed it. The fire, the stones that were set up around the actual fire pit have probably been there for quite some time and were set up very uniformly and very well placed. Right above you, on one of the stone walls, you see what appears to be a strange, very well carved symbol. It's hard to recognize it. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Wish Pike were here.
Yes. We wish Pike was here.
Very much.
Yes.
8.
It's just a really interesting carving on the wall just right above where you guys are currently residing.
So pretty.
Not quite catching your attention, but it seems to have some significance. And it's fresh. It's not like an ancient symbol that's been there. It's maybe could have been there for more than
I go ahead and I take a piece of paper from my spell book, and I take a piece of charcoal, and I just scroll over top of it
Okay.
to get an imprint of it.
Okay, it's very big. It's like 4 feet by 3 feet.
I take a few pieces of paper
Okay.
and I kind of glue them together,
All right.
and then I get a really big one, and then I roll it up.
All right, you guys begin to set up for the next watch. After the
I
first
have my
hour,
anti-life shell out.
yep, anti-life shell eventually fades. First hour without any sort of impact or issue.
Who's taking the next watch?
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Next few hours go by without incident.
That's nice. Can I look around and see? I mean, no, like in our area. I'm not gonna
That's
wander
nice.
off, but just to see if I see any kind of anything interesting. I mean, if this is a really old area that I've noticed, it's old. Can I see anything cool and old around us?
Well, there's a lot of mineral deposits. This place in particular, it's definitely because of the heavy river flow for a long time. A lot of the area near the river itself, very smooth stone with a lot of kind of accumulated deposits of various elements. You also catch the strange carved symbol right atop your guys' camp.
Okay. So I tap my brother and go, look at this. Do you know anything about religion?
Well, let me see.
Let me see.
I seem to know fuck all about it. Tim.
Oh, me too. I know shit about it.
It's a very fancy symbol.
It's a really pretty symbol. Cool.
You guys finish your watch.
Pike.
Just the
I
party
really wish
is
Pike
sitting
was
there
there.
being like so pretty.
Where was that symbol?
On a rock.
It's like
It's above her.
on one of the large, like kind of cave surfaces near where you guys are.
I don't
camping.
see any like cool sparkly things in the mineral deposits. None of that.
Nothing catches your attention at the
Damn
moment.
it.
No, unfortunately.
What about the blade?
I am
You,
about the massacre.
you finish your watch without issue. Next up watch, and this is the last, third, and final watch you guys are now going through.
I'll come with Tiberius as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll all go in.
Okay. The three of you guys keep watch. After they're napping, occasionally you have to adjust Grog because you're not sure if he's still breathing.
I'll roll for the.
What?
Not sure if he's still breathing.
I'm gonna do intelligence, right?
Make sure.
What?
Religion.
Religion.
20.
Oh my god, what if you could die while
Right
we're
now you
sleeping?
show.
Well, 18 plus 2.
Okay.
What's
You-
that?
You are familiar with this symbol specifically because of your background. That is the symbol of Bahamut. That is the symbol of the Platinum Dragon. And you ascertain it was probably...
Oh, it looks like this.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And it was probably used as part of some sort of a protection ritual. Kava.
I tell everybody that. Well, that I'm with.
Kava.
But it seems that this is a protective symbol of sorts, but it's a Bahamut, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Bahamut is essentially a nicer deity of the two between him and Tiamat, which is a total asshole.
Well, that must be why Lady Kima came down here.
Right. So she must have camped here, put the symbol up for protection.
As you're having this discussion, you feel a slight rumble in the ground. A little shaking sensation. Some of the rocks nearby, the loose pebbles, begin to vibrate and move around.
Oh dear.
Grog's probably farting again.
No, I don't think. I think we should alert the others.
All right.
We're waking up.
How far are we from our break?
We're gonna heal.
We're just like
You guys are all clustered at the small camp.
Oh, let's quietly wake them, and I will go peer into the darkness and see if I can see anything.
I don't think a rumbling is never good, Scanlan.
Something's rumbling.
You still have your light source up, or are you just the campfire?
We're just a campfire.
Yeah, you're outside of just maybe 15, 20 feet. You can see nothing.
Let's wake everybody up, and then we'll get to work. We'll get to work on
healing
Grog and
Grog.
go see what that is.
I'm not okay.
Get all this going at
Is
the
the
same
rumbling
time.
continuous, or is it just one little
A few
rumbling?
moments pass, rumbling has subsided.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it stopped.
So we're awake.
But let's
Let's
am I
heal
awake?
this guy.
Are
Can
we
you
awake?
heal
Should you
him?
wake me up?
Are we awake?
I do prestidigitation and wake everybody up with
Awake.
little spurts of water in the face.
Okay, I'll wake up.
Everybody get up!
Like
Why
the flower,
water?
flower
Why
tree?
would you
Yeah.
do that? Why could you just
Magic
touch
bukkake.
me?
Oh, that was a good nap.
Because it's
Stupid
humid.
lizard.
Oh, I think
I do it
Grog
again and clean
farted
everybody
again.
Sorry. It's off. I took
Something terrible
Heal
is
it.
brewing.
No.
How
what?
how is everyone feeling? Do we need to heal?
We need to
Anyone?
heal this guy.
No, what about us?
Well, we
How
all
are we
just
feeling?
fine. Heal
slept, so
this
we're
guy.
fine.
I'm okay.
Are we okay?
You've all slept for the evening, and for the points of your unused
Grog, just wait a
healing
little
dice,
bit
you're pretty
longer.
much all maxed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
You'll be
let's.
okay.
Do we want to stay here? Do we want to do this here?
Yes, do it here.
There was a rumble.
Can we-
We need to get others and
How
get
long
there.
will this take, Keyleth?
Tiberius, I don't know, but I want us to be as safe as we can. Tiberius, can you like lift us up on your pillars or like encase us in or something? Make us like a room?
I was just about to do that.
Make us a room?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
But everybody hates when I do that.
Are you going to cast a spell now?
We're gonna do this.
Okay, I'd like to give her a little inspirational song.
Yes, if you could, Scanlan, give me like some nice meditation, some like
Okay, it's
some
like
like pure moods.
yoga music.
Yes, yes.
Trinket gives her a massage beforehand just to loosen her up.
I go ahead. I go ahead and I light some incense. And I
Wonderful tune.
Scanlan, do you still have that deity, that little idol of Pike?
I do have my idol of Pike. Yes.
Can we just have that out just so I have her energy?
Oh, of course.
Just,
I take
you
out
know,
the
I
idol
need
of
her-
Pike that I keep always close to my loins, and I hold it tightly and warmly.
Okay.
And caress it a little.
Yes,
It's momentarily distracting, but eventually you phase it out. All right. So as you guys all get
Did you want my
together,
hand or the statue?
you take a bit
You
of
guys,
earth from a pouch that you keep of your home tribe where you grew up. You scatter some of it around Grog, who is now laid on his back with his arms and legs all equally stretched out.
Naked.
No, he's still dead.
don't need to be naked.
As this is the first time you've attempted a magic of this type, you close your eyes and take in the earth's essence. As a druid being connected to nature is where you draw your divine energy. You kind
I'm
of
so
almost
nervous.
take from the vibration of the nearby caverns that you felt and come in tune with the way the earth, the planet itself, shifts and moves.
You got this,
You can do
Keyleth.
this, Keyleth.
You
You can
got
do
this.
Literally
this.
shaking.
You use that to give constitutional strength to the physical form of Grog in hopes of restoring him.
Okay, I just kind of lay my hands on his forehead.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I know Grog very well, and he might enjoy or be inspired by a kiss of a female. I'm just saying, just the gentle kiss of a female lips on his might rouse him.
Ooh,
I've
Vex.
seen it many times.
Plant one on him.
Vex, Get in there! Get in there!
As Vex awkwardly fumbles over
I think
the
it helped.
overtly sized Goliath maw.
Not all dead.
Go ahead and
Just upstairs.
Do I get an inspiration die from him or
you do,
something?
yes.
Okay. What am I rolling? What
Roll
do I do?
d20.
Do I get
add
to
your- add your
assist since
wisdom
I gave him a
modifier.
kiss?
No assistance on this. This only affects the
D20.
DC.
Modifier.
Let's do this, man.
Save Grog.
Save Grog, save Grog.
For the chat room.
Nauseous.
No!
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
Where's the inspiration die?
Where's
Where's the inspiration die?
You get advantage on that?
It's a D8, right?
D8.
Do I get advantage on this since I'm taking time?
Yes!
Do I
As
get
this,
advantage?
yeah, you have advantage
I
on
do
the
have
roll.
advantage on this? Okay.
Keyleth.
Oh, that's much better. Okay, I'm still gonna do the inspiration dice just in case these. Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Okay, so
What's the total?
17 plus 12, which is
12. Yeah, with your
whereas
wisdom modifier.
with plus 6 is my wisdom modifier. My heart is pounding. So that's 30? No, 29.
29. That should be enough.
Oh
So,
Hi.
in this circumstance, you complete the ritual. There's a brief glow of all the dirt that you
he's
scattered
still
around
shaking.
Grog, and you can see his form kind of taking a deeper breath. His chest expands, and as it does, his eyes, which currently stare off into space, begin to clarify and crystallize, and his brow quivers for a second, and you see a little bit of life return to his face.
Kittens. Nachos.
Grog, your sight focuses as the party is gathered around you, looking down upon your currently stretched out physical form in a cavern. You're very
Welcome back,
confused.
big guy.
Oh, I thought I was in algebra class again for a second there.
Grog!
You're alive!
Why are you all cheering?
Good job, Keyleth.
Why did you run out and destroy nothing? Look what you did. You don't give me crap about the light thing. Don't ever do that again.
Sorry, but who woke me up from my sleep?
Oh, Siri did.
It was a group effort, really, but Keyleth did an amazing job.
Keyleth! I run over and I give Keyleth a big old bear hug, squeezing maybe
I
a bit
think
too tight.
he shit himself while he was unconscious, so that's gotta smell really wonderful.
I've smelled better than I ever have before.
Glad you're awake, Grog. Really glad you're awake.
I reach into the bag of holding and I get the cask of ale and my goblet and I pour a little goblet of ale and I give it to Keyleth.
Aww. To Grog.
To
Grog.
To me.
As a note, too, just so you guys are aware, 20 is the stat cap for normal physical stats. However, magical items can then bump that up higher. Just answering chat room questions.
Right.
I don't even know what that means.
That's
The
okay.
question or the answer.
Don't worry about it.
I'm so glad you had
How is he
advantage.
doing? How's he feeling? Grog, how are you feeling?
Yes.
How's he feeling?
My intelligence is. Where is it now?
It's
I
back to normal.
legitimately
Oh,
need some
it's
alcohol.
6, so
Right where it should be.
I feel right as rain. What are we killing?
Brains.
How many fingers is this?
3.
Perfect.
Good, he's back, you
back.
guys. He's back.
Blue. No, hold on.
Good.
Square.
I saunter over to Keyleth.
That was mighty impressive.
Oh, thank you.
That was amazing.
I had Pike in mind. I channeled her energy.
It's true. It was quite astounding. I have a little
Yes.
chub on.
Oh,
That's just
I
regular.
do I,
stuff,
so
you
do
know,
I
right?
for some
You're-
reason.
You're welcome.
well, that's a bit
It
of a
must be
side
the
effect. That's part of the greater restoration. A few things get restored.
God bless you.
Do you remember anything about a kiss in your dreams while you were
Well,
asleep?
my cheeks are sort of sore for some reason, as if they've been slapped repeatedly by a bunch of twats. And then I've got this one little wet mark right here where I got a kiss, and it smells like half elvish spit.
Well, that was Trinket. Trinket
Yeah.
helped with
Oh,
the
why
spell,
didn't I
gave you a
have
kiss, and
Trinket?
helped wake you up.
I
And
didn't
several
even know it
slaps.
was down
Should have
there.
I wish when you look over and Trinket is there off to the side, notably excited that you're moving again. Comes over and like nuzzles up against you for a moment.
Oh, Trinket, you big old football. Trinket noogie. Can we go kill something?
Well,
Yes.
Or should
yeah, I
we
guess
heal?
we should.
I think we've all
we
healed.
are.
You guys all healed overnight for this.
Did he
Everything was
heal
reset.
while
Does that
he was
heal me up all
unconscious?
the way?
You did not have an opportunity to use any of your stuff, so you're currently still at the hit points you were. Plus, you naturally healed just for the evening's rest.
Oh, I did?
4 hit points.
Let's heal. Let's do some grog healing. Do you have your healing dice, right?
I do. Yeah.
I'm gonna sing a song of rest for you, so that'll add 1d6 to your healing rolls.
1d6. Awesome. Yes. 11 plus.
All right.
I'm good on that.
12. Great.
How many d12s do you get to roll? You can roll 4 of them if you need to.
That's 1d12 plus 4.
Yeah, you can roll up to 9.
You can roll up to 9 dice.
Oh!
Yeah, whatever your level is, that's the number of
Nipple
hit dice you can
tassels.
use.
That's way better.
But that's for the day. Heal
Okay.
yourself. Once you've used those 9 hit dice to heal yourself naturally, you are maxed out outside of magical healing or potion.
Got it. I used 2. Okay.
You're
Shall
good.
we carry on, everyone?
Yes, I have
Yes.
the feeling these tunnels are going to suck majorly, but we've gone where to go but down, so...
So we know which tunnels she pointed towards.
Well, she pointed towards the rest of the cavern,
The
which
dark.
you guys
Great.
have just stepped into.
Can I use tracking and see if I can not only see where the majority of tracks lead to, but see if I can spot like the halfling Kima's tracks?
Lady Kima, go ahead and make a survival check,
Survival.
which you have advantage on specifically for tracking.
Oh, I do.
Depending on what you're tracking.
Okay.
Because what are your favorite enemies?
My favorite enemies are dragons and demons.
So you would not have advantage on this.
Well, screw that.
That's okay. What'd you roll?
Oh, but I do. Wait, my favorite terrain is the Underdark. Are we in the Underdark?
Okay. All right. You know what? For that, I'll go ahead and give you advantage on that. This is technically considered the crest of the Underdark.
Ah.
What is dock?
That doesn't count if it rolls onto a phone. That's the rule.
I think that's in this book.
Yeah. I think it's chapter 4.
19 is what I rolled with.
19. Okay. As you guys begin to move, and you can find like there is the waterfall, which you can hear already in the distance. There are a number of cascading, crashing water sounds. So you imagine there's probably multiple layers as this cavern descends down into the darkness. What are you guys using as a light source, by the way?
Tiberius, yeah.
Tiberius, hit us.
What's happening?
Light.
Staff comes alive, a bright beam. Yeah.
It's okay, Grog.
Not for a while, Grog.
Yeah, bro. Sunglasses.
Using that, you take a while and you begin to just keep tabs on the surface area of this cavern as you begin to move further down. You find some portions that you can climb down into the lower levels. The first thing you notice is there are definitive signs of struggle or intense running towards the direction that you came from, meaning things were seemingly either fleeing or heading in that direction very quickly. Some of them appear to have been more recent than others. You also begin to see a few partially decomposed corpses of various goblinoid creatures. You find 2 goblins that are just slain, just cut open, and off to the side you can see some of the skin is pulled tight against the bone, as a lot of it's just kind of slowly rotting within the cave itself. Not a very great smell. But there have been small pockets of struggle the more you progress down this way. You also find some drag marks that are similar to what you saw back in the mines. And as you begin to move forward and the light source begins to open up, you can see small pockets of that red stone that's used to light a bunch of Craghammer. You can start seeing elements of it embedded in the walls of the cavern ahead and just faintly giving this reddish glow in the outline of some shapes. You begin to step into the outskirts about 60 feet ahead of what looks like a series of huts. Small stone structures cobbled together with small stones stacked on each other. Simple driftwood and broken pieces of scavenged material put into small buildings. It's a very, very kind of ramshackle village underground.
Let's burn it.
I'm stealthing.
Underground?
I'm stealthing.
I was
Roll
thinking
stealth.
the same
Oh,
thing.
okay. I want to stealth too.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
You really did.
And
Oh, that really didn't count.
just roll on your phone a couple times, and then off to the side.
They all sucked, so
Yeah.
fuck it.
And you said that the red crystals in the wall are glowing somewhat?
Yeah, it's like it's a certain amount of crystal that this mountain range seems to naturally produce that just inherently hovered.
Enough to give the half-elves vision in low light?
It seems as such, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Or to the point where you're close to it. Currently, you still have to use his light source to see most anything. This village doesn't have any, but near the walls and the edges of the cavern, you can see the gentle outline of this whole size of it. It is immense.
Does it seem that there are signs of life?
From this view, you don't see any movement.
Well, I'm starting to creep along the ground towards the nearest building. I'm going to press up against the wall, see if I can... I'm just going to listen.
All right, are the rest of you staying back?
I rolled a 16. Is that enough to actually stealth?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the twins stealth ahead.
Okay, so you guys hang back. You guys stealth ahead.
No.
So the two of you kind of follow each other. You get to the outskirts, and you can now see in the center of this a number of the buildings and huts have been smashed or destroyed. You can see more and more of these goblin corpses strewn across the ground. You can see some of these tents seem to have rags or something stuffed into one that's not too far ahead of you. There's two goblins near you, apparently slashed open, similar wounds. This is just from the first glance stepping forward.
None of them alive that we can tell.
We can't see any movement anywhere?
Not from this perspective. You guys move ahead and you barely have any light source of your own. You're having to deal with just the outskirts of his light spell.
And none of that red light is lighting any of this?
Not in the center of the village. Those are only towards the outside walls of the cavern.
So we're in the dark.
Can I go up and see if I can get one of those little red rocks?
You can walk off to the side. So you take a few minutes to walk off to the very edge of the cavern. The rock is less of an actual stone that you can pull, more than it's a clustered of almost like a vein of the stone in the actual wall. It would take a while for you to actually hack it out of the side. It can be done, but it'll take you a while.
I don't want to waste the time.
Okay.
What do you think? Should I do it?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
But we're in pitch black here. We can't really see what's
No.
going on. I think we need
A lantern or something.
Tiberius. Wait, hold on. Tiberius, will you bring the party up?
Does anybody know? Did we told anybody at home what that actually is?
Okay, so as you guys are aware, one of the magical items that was designed by Tiberius earlier in the campaign are essentially these gemmed enchanted earrings that activate as a message spell between a few party members. He made a few of them.
It was 5 total.
Yeah.
Why don't we nail down who that is? It's the twins.
We both have one.
You.
have one. He has one.
He's pretty sneaky.
She has one.
All right.
There you go.
And we can send and receive messages, or just receive?
Yeah,
from
so it's
Tiberius?
essentially whispering
like
into each other's
walkie-talkie.
ears.
It's like a walkie-talkie.
But it only works in a certain range.
Is it like a Madonna microphone?
Straight up, yeah.
I
Big
think
old
it's 500 feet.
Yeah, 500 feet is
It's
the,
like-
the maximum length. So,
Yes.
you guys approach slowly, the light source opens up, and you see now a multitude of goblin bodies strewn about the open area of this village. You can see there are actually piles of corpses stuffed into some of these huts on the sides that aren't goblin. You can see it looks like a few small dwarven bodies piled up on the side. As you kind of glance over, you look, some of them are partially eaten, like they've been stripped for meat.
What?
Make an investigation check.
24.
22.
Okay.
Check that building.
You got, as you look to the building, you find that stripped for meat. There's piles of bone, sinew, and metal at this point. The dwarven bodies have mostly decomposed entirely. What remnants have not been pulled off of them and stripped for food.
Okay.
Um,
Anything useful in the pile? Bodies?
As far as what you guys can tell, you discover two things. One, one of the dwarves has a set of very, very finely crafted leather armor.
Ooh.
That to pull it off the corpse is going to destroy it and be probably a not very interesting affair. But it does look to have survived the horrible conditions under here. You also note specifically, Vex, that not the dwarven corpses, but a number of the goblin corpses you come across, some of them have a uniform wound. A number of these goblin corpses have this terrible puncture wound in the skull and the forehead there. Just an opening wound about that big around.
You didn't notice that. That's how unperceptive you are.
My sister.
And for each one of these wounds, for as much flesh as on these goblins, there doesn't appear to be
It, like, sucked.
anything inside.
It sucked their brains out. Whatever it was.
It's very possible.
I know what that feels like.
Brain suckers.
No.
Are we with you?
No,
we've
you're
hung
not.
back.
You're still hanging out.
No.
Put your
I thought
finger
we-
in the hole.
I just looked it up because
I'm gonna
you
put my
saw
finger
it.
in the hole.
you guys stayed in the darkness.
Your finger goes inside, you reach around. There are elements of brain matter within there, but even that has become very gelatinous and
Oatmeal.
partially decomposed in its own right, almost like a slime. But sure enough, the inside of the cranium itself is mostly vacant.
Lovely. Trinket. No, he's not with us.
Trinket's back at the party.
So we can only assume that.
Should we
what was his
should we
name?
rejoin our fellows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
it
yeah.
seems like it's safe enough,
Yes.
right? Around here
We
right now.
come running up.
No.
We do. Traipsing. We traipse up.
Skipping.
As silently as possible. You come running up. All right.
What's going on, guys?
Brain suckers. Something that sucks brains.
Well, as long as they're sucking it out of goblins, I'm good with that.
My
sure they
sister
won't
doesn't
do it to
remember,
us,
but
too.
one of our instructors in Singorn used to tell us of a creature. I'm not sure what they're called.
I don't
but,
think I was in that class, actually.
a creature that steals its victims' minds and digests them, reaches right in and takes them out.
I'm assuming it's going to be a much more mutated version of our brain on legs
I
friend. we
think
were
it's
mentioning
much
earlier.
worse.
Yeah, much
Much
worse.
Much
Worse.
worse.
Yeah.
I think the brain was a scout or some sort of pet.
Well, we also have this Kovorn who is experimenting on all those creatures, so we can't even attest for any of this.
That's true.
I take a few steps back.
Could just be parts of one.
It could be parts of one. It could be
A
a
dragon.
hodgepodge of.
Goblin brain.
What if
saga.
Kavor is a dragon? What if it's... Oh, wait, I don't know anything about that. What was that symbol anyway, Tiberius?
That was a symbol of Bahamut, and there's a protection thing that I'm sure
Oh.
she would go to try to
Okay,
protect
so
us.
it was a good symbol.
It was, yes.
Okay.
You recall that Lady Chemo was specifically a paladin of Bahamut.
Oh, so she probably did that.
That camp
So she's
seemed to
been
have been
here.
hers while she was traipsing through the tunnels.
I understand.
I just think we should proceed with caution. Our teacher spoke about this thing, said that it was a being of the mind. I think our trouble with Grog could just be the beginning. We need to proceed very carefully.
Oh, no.
I have 2 potions of Fox's cunning. Could I drink one of those since there's a
That's
giant
really
brain bitch wandering around the
How
You
long
can
do
make
they
yourself
last?
smarter?
but it doesn't last very long.
Fox's cunning would give you benefit, I believe. I mean, it's
It
essential.
would be an enhanceability.
It would be enhanceability for
I'll tell you.
For a moment.
It's either
wisdom, I'm
wisdom.
pretty sure.
I think it's wisdom. No,
But
no,
not-
no, no, no. It's
not
intelligence.
It's intelligence for Fox. Okay, there you
Because
go.
I think it's like owl's wisdom for
Right, no, you're
wisdom.
correct. Yeah, so essentially it would be an enhanceability for intelligence. Yes.
How long does it last?
For the potions of that would be anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. You're not
Maybe
quite
you
sure.
should wait until we come across something.
Alright, but
Yeah,
if
you
it's
would.
too
You have
late.
advantage.
Just don't
on
go running off
intelligence
into the
checks.
dark again. And
Intelligence
Yeah,
checks.
let us
Yeah.
lead the way.
So it wouldn't
Whoever's
necessarily.
It wouldn't make my
I'm really
intelligence
smart.
higher.
How
It wouldn't make your
It's just on
intelligence
intelligence
higher, and it
checks.
wouldn't necessarily help with your
Oh, you're way
vulnerability.
smarter.
Alright,
than me.
never mind.
You should
Never
lead
mind.
the way.
He's smart.
All right.
Who's our smartest person? Who has the highest intelligence here?
What are these scores you keep talking about? I don't know what anyone's talking about.
It's okay, Max. I don't know what a lot of people are talking
IRL?
about all the time.
Yeah, whoever's the smartest should be in the front.
It's true.
I'm sitting at 16.
14.
16.
Well, it's about having like high. It's not necessarily being smart. It's about having resistance. To
But if they take
willpower.
you down, if they take down your intelligence, then
Right.
whoever has
No
higher
one's going
intelligence.
to take down our intelligence.
I don't
We're
want
too
another
strong and We're
catatonic-
too awesome.
And we know what we're going into.
All right.
Except
Well,
we
we
need to
sort
run
of
into
know
the
what
fight.
into.
This music sounds very fighty.
Hang on.
More festive.
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay.
so here's my question.
Yeah.
So we've already fought 2 things where we can't look at them and they mess with our heads.
Right.
Yes.
So is there something we can do going forward,
To like boost our willpower or something?
or like,
You want Magneto's helmet. What you want is
like Magneto's helmet, or even if we
I
like,
haven't built Magneto's
do we
helmet.
have a bunch of mirrors, or like where we can look through
gave
things
you
with
some
a
mirrors.
reflections?
I have
We do
remember?
have, we do have a big dressing
That's
mirror.
more for. I don't know.
Looking
that's
around
going to
corners.
help. Yes,
It could
I
help.
have them. Of course,
I
I
could
always.
make a mirror.
I always have them. They were
We
a
have,
gift.
we have 1 mirror in the bag of holding.
Like an
That's
ice
good.
type of.
Kind of
Maybe we
like
can put a
Medusa's
mirror.
gaze thing, you know, where
But
you like if you look in
that's a
reflections.
Gorgon.
kind of.
That's talking about the gaze. We're
Right.
talking about the mind.
Right.
Think.
Yeah.
I have a whip and a forgery kit.
It would just be about making us less vulnerable to the
Could you
mind.
forge some professor hats for us all?
So what? Our option is to keep moving forward then,
Yes.
right?
Just
the
be
only
cautious.
option,
That's all we can do. That's
All
all
right.
we can
Move
do. Go
forward.
back.
Very as quietly
difficult
as
to
possible.
prepare for what we're
we
not
keep
prepared
moving
for.
forward, and on the lookout for anything
Sorry.
in this ramshackle town.
I mean, I can cast
So you leave behind
enhancement ability to help
the
our
pile of dwarven corpses, you
Or
leave
our
behind the
will.
goblin corpses with the wounds, and you start seeing
wisdom.
the pattern.
And if I may, I suggest, Tiberius, you work your light spell, and Vexalia and I scout ahead about 60 or 70 feet so that we can see in the dim light
Yes.
if there's anything coming, using your magic.
And I light up the hooded lantern we have in the bag of holding.
Okay. So you pull up the hood and light that up. Very good. Leaving the leather armor behind.
Oh, well, I thought you said it would get ruined if we took it.
And it
No,
was
it would be
dwarf-
nasty pulling it off of course.
Oh, well,
Isn't
then
it
fuck it, let's pull it off.
dwarf-sized, or is armor also shrink and
It's
expand?
magical.
It's dwarf size.
It's fine.
Possibly.
I cast Prestidigitation, clean it all up.
I take it.
Okay, so you shake off the element, the
All the
remaining
goo.
elements of the dwarven corpse, which kind of falls off, slots outside of the armory. It's kind of shake it, have it all eventually
Yes.
escape and back.
Dwarven corpse.
Oh, thank you.
It's like pulled pork.
It does have magical breath.
What is it?
20.
Alright. It appears to be a simple but powerful enchantment. It is a pair of studded leather armor with a +2 enchantment.
Plus 2 enchantment to what?
If I try to pull on the sleeve, does it come up to my elbow, or does it stretch out and fit?
It comes up to your elbow, and then given a moment, it fits to your
that's nice.
Go take that studded leather armor, brother.
Thank you. I go into the smelly corpse hut and start to change my armor.
What is that?
Yes, it's considered, it works as studded leather armor, but then gives them a +2
Oh, it
bonus
gives you
to his
an
armor
AC
class.
check.
Wow,
Hey,
that's huge.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master.
So he just took it.
Asking who's the dungeon
I'll take
master.
it.
You already
Would,
took it.
if I cast Owl's Wisdom on people, it gives people advantage on wisdom checks. Would that count on saving throws against willpower?
No.
Damn it.
Would it
Not
help
check
anything?
specifically. I mean,
Would any advantage to wisdom under enhanced
Go
ability?
ahead and pick what
Some of the
I'll
I
give you
remember
all
we rolled
dice before
charisma
you
saving throws though for the umbers. They were charisma.
Right. And for the brains
Right.
versus
While the
will.
DM looks this up, everyone subscribe to the Geek and Sundry Twitch channel.
Yeah!
Hey.
Support the show.
Yeah.
Support
And
the
don't
channel.
forget about our charity, 826LA, which helps
And-
children be literate and write stories well.
It makes them smarter in head.
And keep sending us food.
We love food.
More presents.
If you want
Yeah.
if you want 1,000 years,
on the way, so don't ask them for more.
What?
No food! No more food!
Yeah,
No more
let me get
food!
food, guys.
if you want 1,000 years of D&D, we got to pay the overhead. So please subscribe.
Right. It's true.
Yeah, so unfortunately it helps ability checks. Those are not considered saving throws.
All
I
right.
don't know if I have.
As we start to
We'll be
venture
alright.
cast
We'll be
stones.
alright.
Once you get the
Okay,
dwarf
so
coat off,
alright,
it's
so
rather
it's up
nice.
on
Can't.
I want to reach his patient.
It doesn't matter.
All right, shall we keep on keeping on?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's keep on moving.
Guys, keep pushing forward.
Is that what we're gonna do?
All right.
All right, as you begin to press through the goblin ghost town,
And I'm still tracking, looking for anything interesting.
which you do, you catch off in the distance another faint, moving light source.
Oh shit. Hey, everybody, calm down. There's something moving in the
Everyone,
distance.
everyone roll stealth check.
Stealth check.
Yes.
Oh god, roll stealth check. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Nice. 30.
15.
11.
12.
Okay. So as you guys all buckle down, be as quiet as you can,
6. You rolled a 6.
you begin to see.
Grog rolled a 6.
No, noted. That's okay. That's okay. It's a group check, in which case people offset each other's difficulty.
Yay, bell curve.
So you seem to be comfortable in the stillness of the moment. Best you can see in the distance, you see figures shifting, moving away from you. Many figures. A fairly large group of seem to be humanoid figures moving steadily away from you.
Can we scout ahead?
Yeah,
We're both
we're gonna
really super
start
stealth.
kinda-
Can we like?
Alright, yeah, using
quickly dash
your
after.
same stealth rolls, you guys push
Okay.
forward.
Humanoid figures, you said.
Yes.
Could be anything.
Best you can tell. As you guys start reaching the outskirts of the opposite side of this small goblin village that has been completely sundered, you see a cliff, but a large cliff. The actual surface here comes to a very direct end and seems to just disappear into a dark abyss. There is a singular 10-foot wide rope bridge that is bolted into the side of this cliff and stretches out across this giant crevasse for what you can't see the other side.
This feels like The Descent.
You
I
can
don't like this, you guys.
It very much has that kind of a feel. It just goes on for a good 60, 70 feet and then darkness. And you can see what looks to be a cluster of about 12 to 13 Duragar making their way in lines of 2 across this bridge. Amongst them, they have chained up 3 dwarf miners that they are also dragging across the bridge.
We have to save those.
What do the miners look like? Are they docile or do they seem to be fighting back?
They don't look to be able to put much of a fight in their current circumstance.
How wide is the bridge?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
10 feet. That means two people
Grog goes
wide.
by himself. Yes.
But if we go out there, it's going to be close combat.
We have a flying carpet.
You can't get to the ones at the back.
I mean, how many
Only
are
the
there?
ones
Like
at the
10,
front.
you said?
12 I count.
What can you see about anywhere from looks about 12ish.
And they have a light source with them, so we can definitely see them.
They do. It's a very faint, and actually, you look at it. It's like a small cluster of the redstone that's been mined and put into a spherical element, and it's currently hanging from a chain like a lantern.
We have 2 options. We can fight them.
We can fight now or just
follow them.
Follow.
I think we follow them.
Do I see any? Are there any like bats? Are there bats?
Make a perception check.
If we follow them on that bridge, won't they feel it
I
bouncing?
failed.
We gotta
Hold
wait
on.
till they cross it, Scanlan.
I
We
just
can't see the end of it.
I grabbed my earring. Keyleth, I heard you through Tiberius's earring. Why don't you just become a bat and follow along?
She's trying to do that, but she's gotta see one
I was
first.
gonna see if they're like.
Never seen a bat in the woods?
Best you can tell, and from your knowledge of bats and their existence, they generally live in caverns that have very readily available openings to the outside world where they can do their nocturnal hunting. This is a very, very deep cavern that does not have any easy access to the surface. Bats are probably not indigenous to this cavern.
I've got an idea. I run back to Grog, stealthed. I get our flying carpet, and I
A
run
hand
back.
suddenly mysteriously reaches and takes
Give me the carpet. What? The carpet.
Just
Give me
you?
the carpet.
You're gonna go on the carpet alone?
And him. We can both go on the carpet.
What if something happens?
We just gotta see where they're going,
I'm
and we'll come
coming
back and
with
get you. All right, Scan.
I
Let's
give
go.
her the carpet, but I also tie the endless rope
Oh yeah.
thread
Okay, so we have an endless rope
around, yeah.
with us. All right.
We're now a kite.
All right.
So it keeps going.
You pull out the carpet, you lay it out. At this point in time, they're a little over halfway across the bridge,
Okay, so we,
which you can see it kind of swaying in a very
Scanlan, you better be stealth.
uncomfortable way. You hear the stretching of
stealth.
rope that
Oh, you can hear the rope.
as you hear the rope just tense as the
Let's
bridge
not
is
do
slowly
that.
swaying. All right, so you guys, you lay out the carpet. The 2 of you get on.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
I
And
grab
Scanlan
Scanlan
wants
by
to-
the scruff of his neck.
The 3 of
Pull
you
him
guys hop on it. It's about big enough for the 3 of you. It's about the right size. The carpet begins to lift off, and you kind of will it towards the. Are you going straight over the bridge, or are you taking a side route?
We're going next to the bridge,
Side
right?
and up, because
And
they
kind
can
of,
look
I think
sideways.
we should go down below the bridge
If
because
you're
they're
on
not
a
going to.
bridge, you're looking down at your feet.
Let's go above them.
I think
All right,
above.
fine. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
no one's
Go
gonna
above
look
them.
up on the
Okay, so you guys, you take up over. First off, 3 of you guys make a stealth check.
I thought we were still stealthed.
The maneuvering on a flying carpet is a different type of locomotion.
We have a flying carpet, by the way. That's another thing.
That's a,
Yeah.
That was a
Not great. 13.
29.
17.
Okay.
You guys trying to stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you
Oh no.
you carry out.
He
As
totally
soon as you reach the edge of the crevasse, immediately the air itself is warmer, and there's actually kind of a bit of a strange breeze blowing up from underneath this giant crevasse. And you look down, and you can see faintly light sources, long, thin, trickling streams of what looks like molten rock.
Shit.
Way
Lava
down below?
Way down below. When I say way
Dante's
down,
Peak.
it's at least 1,000 feet down below. And
We don't want to fall.
Don't fall.
you don't want to fall. It's very bad. The air itself is a very sulfurous smell. There's a lot of various strange chemical scents that's a bit pungent to the nose, and there's a lot of chemical reactions just causing this atmosphere, and it's a little difficult to take in the air at first. You have to get adjusted. But it is a very, very deep cavern below, and you can look behind. You can see the river that's been cascading through this cavern, goes rocketing off the edge and just disappears into the darkness below. You guys, are you keeping a good distance, or are you wanting
Yeah,
to go?
no,
over?
no, we're
distance,
keeping a good
distance,
Okay.
because they have a light source, so we
Yeah,
can
so
just
we
follow
need to
that.
stay kind of out of it, but see it.
Okay. You guys push forward, keeping them at a safe distance. You eventually follow them across the crevasse, and you can see now them entering what looks like a shanty town of tents and small stone structures, better built than the goblin village that was previously there. But looks almost like a temporary or pseudo-temporary series of homes for the Duragar in this section. There's a bunch of military tents and cloth tents that are put up in sections. You can see some easy to construct, 1 or 2 day constructions of stone buildings, very square, very rigid and dwarven in their design, more for utility than any sort of visual presentation or beauty.
This is a temporary war camp.
It is.
There are also a series of these
Yes.
of these redstone.
Good dialogue.
Yeah, it's legit, guys. A series of these redstone torches that they were holding, or these lanterns, are hung up all throughout the village on these giant poles that have been placed in areas to give a little bit of an occasional light source throughout this entire camp.
I was just thinking.
About how many people does it look like? I mean, how big is this
How
camp?
big the camp? At first glance, you can only check out elements of it from your distance. You're only making out shapes from how far back you guys are without actually getting inside. You gather you've probably seen throughout just this portion that you've come into anywhere from 30 to 40 Duragar moving through, as well as a few larger shapes. You swear you catch 1 or 2 other very large humanoid hulking figures just
Oh no.
stepping through the camp.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
The view up here is beautiful.
Hey, what do you guys see? Okay, so
Is the range?
The range is getting a little broken. You can
Okay.
hear the words are coming through. But
you're cutting out. I can't hear you.
I think.
well, one of
I
us
think
let's put down.
put down.
In the volcano.
No. How are we like at
go
a
sit
place
down.
where we can land the carpet and like stand around, or
They'll
should we go
probably
back?
see us.
We're past the chasm at this point, or still?
You've just now crested
The other side.
the crevasse the other side. And you're feeling uncomfortable pushing further forward because you're now starting to get a lot more eyes.
Okay. Are there
vicinity.
any? Does it look like? Do we see any cavern openings in the vicinity? Does it look like there's any?
Looking around, there are no side caverns. This is actually a pretty smooth cavern that kind of circles around where this camp is built. There is one large tunnel entrance on the opposite side that continues past.
But
So-
they're blocking it. Or-
You can't see anything beyond the fact that the walls kind of convene. You can see a little bit of a tunnel opening and just darkness beyond that.
So bridge to land and then a tunnel.
It's on the other side, and where the land starts, there's a giant portion of the cavern that continues and then closes off, kind of pinches to an entrance to
How
the
far
camp.
away is the camp from that?
The camp's completely filling this side of the cross. It's blocking.
Oh,
pretty
so
much
we
the whole-
can't get to that.
Not without going through or over the city.
What
so
about?
it's bridge, town, tunnel.
Correct.
Do we see any like closer under the bridge? Are there any openings underneath the bridge that look
You
like?
want to swoop down and check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You swoop down, and the
Whoosh.
rock the warm air is still kind of bothering you in general.
Excuse me.
You find yourself kind of taking your cloak and putting it over your mouth just to kind of get the scent out. The side of the rock surface is worn through what looks like maybe a possible river that also came from the other side that has since dried out. So you can see there is, well, no water on this side of the crevasse. A lot of the stone has been smoothed just through rapid water running for thousands of years, possibly. But there are no visible openings or other additional caverns
What are we gonna
on
do?
this rock surface.
Okay, listen. Leave me behind. I'll follow the party with the hostages. I'll see where they go. Don't worry, I'll be invisible. Go back, tell our fellows, get them across the bridge, and we'll meet here in about an hour.
Scarlet.
I like
What? I'm super brave and hung. Come on, let's do this.
All right, I'm down. Should we do it?
All right.
We drop him off.
I turn invisible, and I'm gonna just hang behind the party that's got the hostage dwarves
Should
and
one
just
of
kind of
us
see where they
protect
go.
him?
Do you activate hung at the same time?
Invisible.
Don't have to
We can't go
activate.
invisible. We can't be as like.
It's a racial
He's
bonus.
sneaky. We can't be as invisible as him. All right.
Yeah, but I might snap. Tweets.
Last question. Where are the people the figures we're following? Have they finished the bridge at this point?
No, they're long past the bridge. They're inside the city proper at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'll stay by the edge of the bridge. You go back. Scanlan, go ahead. I'll wait for you here. If there's trouble. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Got it.
All right.
All right.
I go back.
Shit.
Thanks for sending me back. I go back.
Go get the others.
Okay.
Scanlan, as you go ahead, make your way in towards the city, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Come on, mate.
18.
18, okay. You push, kind of falling behind the main group, and they're heading towards this kind of more or less a loose thoroughfare in the center of this town. You can see a few Durgar coming out, kind of inspecting as they enter, and speaking in a language you don't understand, asking questions. Some of them are coming out and kind of slapping the dwarf captives as they go across, or spitting on them. The dwarves look very broken and unhappy with the circumstance, but brimming with anger. You see, like, a couple of them are like true dwarves. They haven't given into it. They're just looking for an option or a moment to get some vengeance. They're stripped of all armor and weaponry. They're brought through some of the alleys and road kind of paths between these pup tents and these stone structures. You can see there are some of the hulking figures. There are 2 trolls wandering amongst these Duragar.
Yes!
Now, you've encountered trolls before, but these trolls
Yeah, we
also have a similar pupilless, clouded over white eye appearance.
Slave trolls.
As you begin following them further in, you manage to see 2 ogres that are currently stationed across this main kind of open center location in this campsite. And both of these ogres also have the same pupilless, white glazed over look to their eyes. And they're both just kind of glancing about. The rest of the Durgar are in the process of constructing other tents. Some of them look like they're actually in the process of forging weaponry. This feels like it's a war camp. It's definitely preparing for something. However, in the center of this main area, you do see there is a wooden platform about 20 foot by 20 foot that is raised up. And you see a group of about 6 Duragar that are all wearing very intricate black iron plate armor. And they're all just sitting on the outskirts of this platform.
White eyes?
All the Duragar seem to have that natural look to their eyes as well.
Shit.
So yeah. As the party you've been following enters the center of this vicinity, make another stealth check with advantage.
Yeah. 19.
All right. You kind of step off to the side. A Duragar steps out of one of the tents near you, and you just barely manage to pull out of the way without making any sort of squeak or noise. Goes by.
Oh, God.
Careful, Bilbo.
And begins stepping out, looking intently for something, but right past you by inches. Walks past. You look over again to the game. You can now see towards the very back end of this open midsection by this platform, there is one large stone construct. It looks like a makeshift barracks has been placed there, with the double stone doors that are currently open, and you can see 2 figures stepping out of the stairs that lead into these barracks, heading towards the main platform. They step up onto the platform, one of which is a very, very well decorated Duragar, who's wearing similar black and plate armor as the other kind of elite guard that you saw surrounding this platform, but with gold and silver scrolling on it, a long, tattered, dark purple cape, and has a nasty scar across the cheek that leads into this kind of gnarled gray beard. As it steps forward, you can see, sheathed off to its back in a large scabbard, a gargantuan, for a dwarf especially, 2-handed sword that should be unwieldy for a creature of its size, but nevertheless looks dangerous. And a creature next to it is not so small, not dwarven, actually very tall, lanky, long, kind of black and purple robes, hood obscuring its features, stepping roughly 2 feet behind it as they both step onto the platform to address the rest of the guard and the approaching party of Duragar dwarves you've been following. You can see some conversation happening, but you're too far away to really make out anything's being said. Did you want to move closer?
Do I speak their language?
Do you speak Undercommon?
Nope.
Then it all sounds gibberish to you.
Then no thank you.
Okay. But you see some conversation happening. This seemingly officious Duragar, this general, steps out and commands the attention of the room, makes a few gestures, shouts out to amongst the other nearby, not quite sure, but you get the idea. He's giving orders or directions. The war party then begins to pull the slaves back away, and
The captives?
the captains begins pulling them away back towards another section on the side. As it does, the tall, lanky figure, which you now get this essence, it's not really walking, it's just kind of drifting. Holds its hand out, this long-fingered, lanky hand, and as it does, every single Durgar in the vicinity, wherever it was doing, stops in place, and all turn and look at it as one.
Whoa.
At which point, this creature brings its fingers in a beckoning gesture, loosely in your direction.
I'm wearing my ring of mind shielding, by the way.
For a split second, you feel your heart hit your throat, and the entire back of your body stands on pins and needles as one of the Duragar carrying one of the captives begins to pull one of the Dwarven captives back towards the platform. As it does, the dwarf, who's giving kind of a fight and looks nervous, looks over at the figure, and then just kind of his arms go limp to its side. And it begins to walk on its own volition, taking 2, 3 steps on the platform and approaches this tall, lanky figure with its hood, its long ropes behind it. As it does, its hand reaches out and caresses the side of this dwarf's face. This dwarf seems to have given up all sense of fight or any sort of conflict, just stares up into this darkened hood. As the tall, lanky creature reaches out with both hands and pulls the dwarf forward, you see these terrible purple tentacles come writhing out of the front of the hood, wrapping around the head of the dwarf, pulling it into it. As the hood falls back, you see this horrible, smooth, purplish blue, hairless head, these sunken, yellowish green eyes, as the tentacles wrap around the dwarf's head, pulls it into its mouth. And then there's a brief struggle, and then the dwarf's arms fall limp to its side, at which point the tentacles unravel from the back of the dwarf's head. The creature pulls back a bit of ichor, dwarf blood dripping from what looks like a lamprey's toothy maw, and then thrusts the body to the ground with a thud as it falls lifeless to the ground.
Poor son of a bitch.
A horrible bored hole in its forehead.
Oh no.
The creature then draws its hood back up, releases its hand in a discursive fashion. All the Durgar whip back around and continue the motions they were previously going towards as the 2 dwarven captives that now remain look completely stunned. Their faces white with fear as they're being dragged off in this state. The tall, lanky figure kind of gives a nod to the Duragar general, gives it a nod as well. The 2 turn around and walk back into the stone barrack building.
Woof!
Oh god.
Woof! Worst show ever. Okay. But that was one of the captives. Do I see where the other captives were taken?
The 2 other captives, if you follow them, they both are pulled to essentially a western side. If you're looking overhead from the entrance point, this is where the barrack building is up here. This is where you guys entered, and this is the main center area. They're pulled off to a western side here. They're taken to a large tent, and as they're pulled in, you can stay close up behind, and you can hear some muffles and some growling on the inside of this tent.
Okay. I assume bad things are happening in there. I don't need to see it, right? I think I'll just kind of... Is there anything,
You speak Dwarven?
No. Oh, no. What do I speak? What does it say? Shit!
It should be in the lower left hand of your player sheet.
Did you choose languages?
I play a sham. No, I just play. I just speak common and known.
Okay. So you hear what sounds like guttural Dwarvish being shouted angrily, cursing from the interior, and a few other voices, Dwarven voices, also joining it.
Ah.
More than 2.
Ah.
And then you hear some horrible, sick thuds and some impacts and some cries in pain. And then eventually the group of 5 Duragar that dragged them the captives walk out, carrying these cudgels at their side, still dripping with fresh blood, and they kind of go amongst their own business from there.
Okay. I think I'll go back to my fellows. There's nothing I can see. That door doesn't lock. Does it lock by any chance?
It's just an opening tent.
Opening tent. There's nothing lying around. None of that black armor lying around or anything. Any extra
Not on the street.
things? Oh, okay. I think I'll just make back for my friends then.
Okay, make yourself check.
Oh god.
With advantage?
With advantage. As you said.
21.
Okay. You maneuver your way out, back the way you came, best you can, remembering, which is you get disoriented in general, trying to find your way out. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh
as well.
no!
Survival check. So plus 0. 17.
17.
That's a good
okay.
roll, yo.
You take a moment, orient yourself, looking about the cavern. This is a very confusing network. In the passages you've gone, you paid more
It's like
attention to
Venice.
what's happening. Kind of, yeah. You nearly get lost twice, but eventually find your way back to the southern portion entrance of this war camp. You can just see the crevasse, and you start getting that familiar scent of that sulfurous wind that was billowing out from underneath. You step out a few more feet, and you can see the edge of the bridge where the rest of you have finally come to converge on the other side of the crevasse.
Whoa! I'm gonna tell you everything that just happened in detail in real time.
Maybe he can tell us while we're taking a bathroom break.
You know what? Let's go ahead and take this moment to have a bathroom break, guys, as we're at the halfway mark.
Holy
We'll go ahead and
shit.
continue this in just a moment. In the meantime, take a rest, take 10, 11 minutes. We're going to play our character backgrounds for those who haven't seen it, or just pass the time in the meantime. But we'll be back here
What are we
in
gonna
about 10 minutes,
do?
guys.
We're gonna fight this shit.
Risk it all. Right, listen up. If you have ale, then you have a friend in Grog Strongjaw. A Goliath of towering height and size. This barbarian has an appetite for the two great loves in his life: combat, women, and ale. Wait. Easily the brains of the group, Grog is often consulted for his vast knowledge of shapes, colors, and shiny things. Also ale. In his early years, armed with his two-handed great axe, Grog oft enjoyed proving his might amongst the ranks of his family's wandering herd. But after coming upon an unsuspecting elderly gnome in the woods, he objected to the killing of such an innocent life. A creature of impulse, Grog felt only pity for this terrified little thing. His disobedience cost him dearly. Beaten bloody and banished by the herd leader, his uncle Kevdak, Grog was abandoned and left to die. Exiled from his herd, it was then that the relative of the very gnome he fought to save saved him. It was the kindness of a gnome cleric named Pike that healed Grog, bringing him back from death's edge. And they have remained close friends ever since. Most nights, Grog can be found challenging entire taverns to wrestling matches, or accompanying Scadlin to the nearest house where you pay for lady favors. Also ale.
A first impression of Keyleth would leave you with little information on the half-elven druid. You might even think that her social awkwardness due to her sheltered upbringing is kind of sweet. Of course, it would be unwise to underestimate her based on first impressions. Under that unintimidating petite frame is a vicious beast waiting to be unleashed, whose natural powers have made even the fiercest of champions pee their pants. Literally. Born to the air tribe of the Ashari people, Keyleth was raised with a deep love of nature and the elemental magics. It is her people's inherent duty to protect the delicate areas in Taldore, where the four elemental planes begin to bleed with this realm. Since she was a little girl, she had quite a knack for air manipulation and beast-shaping abilities. Well, if you consider kittens and flying squirrels to be little beasts, which I do. Anyways, it wasn't long before the headmaster of the tribe, her father, Corin, realized her true prodigious abilities, and she was inveterated to succeed him as the next headmaster. Just like that, her jovial childhood was stripped and replaced with endless spell memorization, teachings from ancient traditions, and exceedingly high expectations. Every druid leader-to-be must embark on a journey to seek out the sister tribes in order to introduce and establish respect amongst the fellow headmasters. They call this the Aramente, or Noble Odyssey. When her father felt she was ready, he set her on the path to truly discovering herself, not knowing when or if she will ever return. As she hiked down the mountain towards Stilben, she meditated on the task ahead. Part of the Aramente is proving yourself a strong warrior, a valiant protector, and a wise and compassionate leader. With this knowledge, one thought plays in repeat in her mind. Is she even worthy?
Percy was the third of 7 children, born to a noble family who lived far to the north, in the ancient castle of Whitestone. With so many siblings to share the burdens of lordship, Percy turned his attentions to the sciences, engineering, and naturalism. One day, a mysterious couple named Lord and Lady Briarwood came to court. During a feast held in their honor, the Briarwoods violently took control of the castle, killing or imprisoning everyone who would stand in their way. Percy awoke chained in the dungeon, only to be freed by his younger sister. Together they fled, chased by the Briarwoods' men. As they ran, Percy's sister took several arrows to the chest and fell. Percy kept running, eventually jumping into a freezing river and floating unconscious to freedom. He did not remember waking up on a fishing boat. He barely remembered the next 2 years as he slowly made his way as far south as possible. Then one night, Percy had a dream. A roaring cloud of smoke offered him vengeance against those who destroyed his family. When he awoke, Percy began to design his first gun.
Pike grew up in the outskirts of town, near the Bramblewood. Her ancestors were a family of deep gnomes with quite an unfavorable reputation. Thievery, destruction, and trickery left them with the curse of the last name Trickfoot. Sarenrae, the goddess of healing and redemption, had other plans for Pike's great-great-grandfather Wilhand, who left his family at a young age after a dream that changed the course of the Trickfoot family. Wilhand devoted his life to Sarenrae and pledged from then on that him and his family would live a life of service and devotion. As a child, Pike seemed to have an affinity to heal. Whether it was animals, people, or even flowers, she felt she had a purpose in making things whole that had once been broken. She studied and learned the ways to heal through divine magic. She lived a peaceful life, quiet and simple, until one day, Wilhand was captured and almost killed by a group of Goliath barbarians. One of the Goliaths took a stand against the murder of the innocent gnome, and he himself was beaten, bloodied, and left for dead, abandoned by his herd. Wilhand went to Pike for help. She prayed and healed this barbarian as best she could, bringing him back to life. When he awoke, she discovered his name was Grog Stonejaw. After that, they were the best of friends, a rather unlikely pair. Little did she know that in a few years' time, Grog would soon return the favor and bring her back from the clutches of death. After being killed in battle, Pike felt angry. She wanted to be stronger so that it would never happen again. She spent 4 months at sea, training with the men and women aboard a ship called the Broken Howl. Gripping her holy symbol in one hand and her morning star in the other, this time, Pike is ready.
Oh, you haven't heard of Scanlan Shorthalt? Well, gird your loins, ladies, because he has his eye on you. A talented musician, master of disguise, and dashingly handsome in his own mind, Scanlan sings songs almost as much as he sings his own praises. Born a poor gnome, Scanlan used his endless charm and soaring tenor voice to croon for coin and support his single mother. One day he was discovered by a half-orc promoter and joined Dr. Dranzel's spectacular traveling troupe, where he learned the ways of the world and honed his skills as a bard extraordinaire. A loner much of his life, Scanlan has never quite come to terms with the violent death of his mother at the hands of a goblin invasion. While his years on the road provided many, shall we say, educational experiences with the opposite sex, deep down Scanlan yearns for the one thing he's never known, the true love of a fellow gnome. Still, Scanlan considers himself a lover first, performer second, and fighter distant third. On the battlefield, he'll support his allies, but rarely draws blood, unless it's to protect fellow gnome Pike. Count on Scanlan for a hearty laugh, a rollicking song, and a twinkle in his eye that melts hearts and makes the females swoon.
Greetings and salutations. I am Tiberius Stormwind. I hail from a town called Tyrix, located in the heart of Draconia, born from a politically respected family. At the age of 15, I succeeded in passing the Sorcerer's Rite, showing prodigy-like control of my magic. The judges and the Draconian High Council were amazed at how powerful my spells were for how long I had been training. At 20 years old, I was the youngest appointed member of the Magic Guild in Draconian history. For the next few years, I almost went mad from the malaise of being a guild member, as it's rather boring. However, one day I happened upon a chamber unused for quite some time. In the room were stacks of books and maps of the surrounding cities and areas around the known world. For months I would frequent the chamber and learned of artifacts from legend. After a long period of research, I made a list of artifacts that caught my eye. I brought these findings to the High Council and was told that all of the information in the chamber I stumbled upon was either believed to be fiction or unsolvable mysteries, and hence were lost forever. I found those answers to be unacceptable. A year later, I devised a ruse and managed to convince the city council to lend support in me leaving Draconia on a mission of peace and diplomacy for the surrounding kingdoms, going from town to town and making friends and allies in and for the name of Draconia. Being a red dragonborn, I had quite the task on my hands in that respect, but it was exactly what I needed so I could explore the world and find these artifacts, as I felt the truth was out there. Some may describe me as buffoonish, but I say poppycock to all that. I am much sharper than most give me credit for. I just don't pay attention to things sometimes. I've also been known to be rather cunning, loyal, happy-go-lucky, and, well, dangerous. I can't help but show my true scales every now and then, but overall I think I'm quite friendly for a dragonborn.
Never entirely welcome in the company of elves or men, Vax'ildan learned at a young age to skip past formality, preferring instead to invite himself in your door. Along with twin sister Vexalia, Vax was born by a chance encounter between elven royalty and human peasantry. Raised by their mother in their early years, the twins were eventually sent off to their father in the elven capital of Singorn. But their cool reception among the elves there never warmed, and their time in the capital didn't last. The siblings stole away one autumn night and set out on the open road. After a few years of wandering, they eventually decided to return to their mother and journeyed back to the lands of their youth. But instead of finding their childhood home, they returned to a pile of rubble. Their mother was gone, their home burned to ash. Pressing the townspeople for answers, they learned of the day the dragon came. With their ties all severed, Vax'ildan and his sister set out to find their fortune together in Taldore. An outsider since birth, Vax quickly learned to solve life's challenges in his own particular way, often by sidestepping them entirely. And when his knack for circumventing adversity isn't enough, the way of blades the elves schooled him in more than makes up the difference.
Like so many half-elves, Vexalia has spent most of her life suffering the cool reception of a people who don't fully accept her. Born of a human mother and an elven father who only later in life took an interest in their existence, Vexalia and her twin brother Vax'ildan quickly realized the only people they could truly rely on in this world were each other. It was at the age of 10 when the two were taken from their mother and brought to live in Singorn, the isolated elven city for which their father was an ambassador. He quietly took them in, but always kept an icy distance, and after too many years of disdainful looks, the pair decided to leave his indifference behind and set out on their own. Vax took to the cities, stealing small trinkets and learning the ways of the thief, while Vex kept to the woods. She preferred the isolation. Always the keen observer, she learned to hunt and to track, to spy and to shoot, and through a series of fateful events, earned herself a companion in the form of a bear. Her own stolen trinket, to fight alongside her and protect her fiercely. Also, he is adorable and gives expert massages.
for her as well. So look forward to that at some point in the near future. All right, so as we left off, the party had just reconvened on the other side of this gargantuan crevasse in the Underdark after Scanlan had stealthed into the Duragar war camp, witnessed a number of dwarven captives being taken somewhere, however one which was devoured by some strange creature, left brainless and dead on the platform in the center, outside of a giant barracks-type building. You just reconvened, you've expressed all this information to the party.
And that's when I came back to see you guys.
Wow.
That's
What are we gonna do?
great.
Wonderfully detailed.
I just give Scanlan some water from my water
Yes,
skin.
you are a brave little fellow.
Thank you.
Has anyone come across these creatures before? The weird tentacled brain guy?
Will this be a
Like
name?
I've heard a rumor of them.
Is this the thing you were talking about?
Yeah, can
would
we
seem
make
to
a
be.
check for
It
this?
sounds like it could be a mind flayer of sorts.
What did you call it?
Flare?
A mind flayer or a mind slayer. I'm not
mind
quite too sure,
flayer.
but
What is that? What is that?
I'm pretty sure it flays your mind. I've never encountered one myself, so I have no idea really.
Oh.
Or let me check my books.
You have books?
Intelligence.
14.
You probably called a mind flayer.
It says right here mind flayer, but the rest is all inked up. I got water on it.
How big was this mind flayer? Was he like 20 feet tall, Scanlan?
He was tall. I mean, everyone looks 20 feet tall to me. I'm a gnome.
Was he bigger than me?
He was bigger than you by a little.
What?
No, roughly a little shorter than him, but taller
He
than
carried himself big.
Yeah,
But
let's
he
go.
was lanky.
Let's go fucking out.
Oh, wrong.
What?
You wouldn't. Do you want to be unconscious again? We have to be careful
It
here.
was rather restful, but
How many dwarves did it sound like they were locked in that prison cell?
Several.
Did you see Lady Kima?
No sign of Lady Kima at all. Just a bunch of dwarves being held against their will, and then one by one being their brains sucked by
and
Mr.
those
Lanky
two
Man.
big
Percy, could you take a look at this?
Two
book
big,
and see if
big
you can
trolls
read
and
the
ogres. Don't
switches a
forget
little bit?
ogres. There's ogres too.
There are ogres?
And yes, there
Yes.
are two big ogres as well. And Duragar aplenty, maybe 4
Spread
dozen
throughout.
or so, 3 dozen.
Spread throughout the city, throughout this little camp, Scanlan.
Wandering, yes.
You know my tactic.
Would it be a nature check to actually think if I'd ever learned about this in school? If this is one of the
This would be an intelligence check.
Also,
Be
you
an
learned
intelligence
about it,
check.
kind of. You should check too.
We should use the volcano
I remember nothing.
as part
See if
of our
you know anything
strategy,
about intelligence.
like Moses.
There's a volcano?
I'm an idiot.
Wait, no, the
Oh, the
pit.
lava down
Yeah.
there?
Oh,
There's a
You can
shitload of
direct
them.
it into the... No.
Well, no, we've had them.
Can I
This
meditate
seems-
to see if I know anything about this?
This seems to match up with the tales that my instructor, Master Therendriel, told me about back in Singorn. I wonder if I remember something. If only I had a small polyhedron to roll. Wow!
holy moly, you guys!
Cakes.
Stack my
Already,
pirates.
it's become a stack of pizzas.
Why are you guys so awesome?
You guys are
No, what the
amazing!
hell?
Do they know the address here? It's kind of creepy.
Oh, I was wanting some iced tea.
It's not hidden
Eating pizzas and what?
Thank you. Here.
No.
we
Thanks,
know who's
chat
responsible?
room.
Thanks, Jasper.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks whoever this
Thank
was.
you.
Long list.
Thank you, long list.
Thank you, guys.
May your list
Long
be
list.
ever long
Thanks,
with
long
your
list.
So, best you can ascertain,
Long live, long live.
you've never heard the term mind flayer, but in your people you've heard stories and tales growing up about something referred to as an illithid.
What?
An illithid?
An illithid. A nasty entity from beyond
Illithid with a D or a D?
with a D.
Like, okay.
Illithid.
Like Iliad, but Illithid.
Kind of, yeah. Thank you.
An illithid.
As far as you know, and all that you've heard, is they were considered ghost stories as a kid, things that keep you from wandering into dark caves and spaces. They would take your mind, and you thought this whole time that was just a fable. It was just a tale. But you do know that they normally aren't solitary. They usually keep company of a colony.
Fudge.
But I've never heard it called a mind flayer, but I guess it could be called a mind flayer. But we call them illithids. Yeah.
I'll call it.
I didn't know they were real though.
What do we do?
Why
Okay.
don't we?
Wow.
Listen, when my herd used to wander through the trees and we came upon a force that was greater than our own, we used the landscape to our advantage. So why don't we provoke an attack and then retreat over the bridge?
Oh.
And have them all jump over the edge of the cliff.
You said they were all grey-eyed,
At least they'd have
Once
to go
we're
one at
across
a
the
time
bridge, we
or
can
two
drop
at a
the
time across the bridge.
But Scanlan, didn't you also say they were like levitating?
What?
Two of the
one lengthy creature.
The one lengthy creature was levitating.
Well, I mean, can he fly or can he levitate?
Well,
'Cause
yes,
he probably
but
can't.
I think what Grog is talking about is the bulk of the fighting force, getting them to follow us over the bridge and then cutting the bridge.
Yeah, knock in 300.
Yes.
Which was a great puppet show I saw.
Yes.
Yeah. Puppet
Where they used.
great.
Oh, Grog, I heard that. Where they used 300 puppets. Yeah. It's amazing.
Okay.
What
I like
if
this plan.
what if all but a couple of us
Right.
snuck into one of these buildings and waited, and a couple of us made a stink and got a significant number of them to chase across the bridge?
That's a good idea.
And then how could we cut the bridge behind? We have a flying carpet, so we can go back and forth, but we could drop a significant number of them down into the lava.
Can we have
I like that
Tiberius
idea.
standing there to just firebolt it?
Yes.
Just catch it on fire?
Wait a minute.
What's the bridge made of?
Do we want to rope? We want to bait them. Is that what we're trying to talk
No,
about?
we want to drop the bridge and have them fall to their
Scanlan?
deaths. Yes.
Or what if you let off a stink bomb in the middle of the camp?
Well, they would run
Some of them
willy-nilly.
would try to leave across the bridge.
But remember, there's a tunnel on the other side of camp. They could run that way.
It's
as well.
also huge, and your stink cloud's only
20
maybe
feet.
20 or 30 feet across.
Only.
How long is the bridge?
The bridge, now that you've traversed it, it's 10 feet wide and runs about a little over 200 feet, 250 feet in
We
length.
could get a lot of them on that bridge and then cut it.
It's true.
Makes the numbers count for nothing.
I
I
think
feel
I
like
might.
I've heard that puppet show.
I think I might have a solution.
I like that idea.
Yes, Tiberius.
What's yours?
Speak your mind.
I think it's about time I use these.
Oh, shit.
For not combat things.
Oh.
I think we should create a diversion, but let me do it. I can use my deck of illusions to generate any kind of number of sorts of creatures or whatever that I can control. I can simply toss one out, I believe 50 feet ahead of me, and control it and get their attention. I can draw them back through the bridge, using the illusions, taunting them along the way. They, of course, will give chase because they are idiots. And as soon as we get enough, you can hack away at the bridge all you like, Grog. We can both burn it. We can hack and burn.
What
and
kind of
whatever.
creatures can you make?
Well, that's all up to the deck.
Oh.
It's up to the deck, or it's up to you?
It's up to the deck.
Let's try it.
Well, what if it's a scary thing that scares them away?
If I generate something such as exquisite as a red dragon, say, I'm sure somebody like the Mindful, if they do flee, then the camp will be empty, and we can search it and free the slaves. If not, they will give chase and they will come and bait it.
Can I
Either
test-
way, it works in our favor.
Can I test something real quick? If I pull out the magic carpet or I take it back from whoever the fuck had it, and I stand on it, does it hold me up or do I sink?
You get on top of the carpet and you will it to begin to shift, and the carpet around you lifts, but you are anchoring it to the ground.
So this is a big problem.
But he's got featherfall. You've got featherfall.
Yeah, which
Is that
just
still a thing?
slows my fall. It doesn't
might
take
not
me
be a thing
across.
anymore.
I do have feather.
Yeah,
or
but it
levitate or
only-
something. But we can tie a rope to you, and it can.
It makes
it
them
makes you
lighter,
really
yeah.
light. We can just drag you behind us. Yeah, it'll work.
Why do we need to float, Grog?
In
If we
case
cut
we
the
destroy the
bridge.
bridge.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry about that, Grog. I'll just cast fly on you because I can fly.
You can just fly me?
Yes, we can both fly.
Okay.
And you can fly Trinket too.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm down for doing
Let's
the...
do it. Fly
Okay,
Trinket.
this is a plan.
Okay, we will
Wait. Are we?
So let's have a failsafe in case a few get across the bridge.
Let's also recap which plan we're going with. One of us creating a diversion and running away, or these mystical, magical,
I like the mystical,
weird
magical.
dragon creatures. What if they scare them the other way?
It would have to be pretty scary, and then, hey, that works.
I just said the
Well, are
camp
we
will be clear.
scaring them or are we luring them?
Also, might I
It's all
remind
up to the deck.
we're luring them, and also might I remind you all that they're being mind controlled by this. What was the Illithid?
Davy Jones.
I feel like we should drag
The
some other
Illithid.
things, but
And
okay.
if the Illithid recognizes that your things are false, then they're not. He's not going to send his men.
That's true.
Off to
Or he
chase
may
them.
send them to kill whoever is creating the illusion.
However, if we were
Either way, they're coming for us.
Maybe we could create a distraction and bring them away from the tunnel's entrance, and we can just sneak around them. No?
I mean, did you see a way to do that?
What? To sneak through the village to the tunnel? No, not all 7 of us. And a bear? Are you crazy? Come on.
Oh no, he's trying to kill us! Alright.
I'll stay on this side of the bridge. Who wants to
my
go be
God.
a distraction? Who wants to be the bait? Who's real fast?
Well, wait, are we doing his bait or are we doing a real bait?
I don't
We
want
can try both.
What if you cast something big and they turn us against us? That could suck.
Oh,
It's fake. It's just
not-
it's an
a
illusion
hologram.
that I control.
Oh, well, how about we throw one of those and send...
Yeah.
How about 50-50 it? One fake, one real. One of us, one of the cards.
I'll go.
Somebody be Gambit and throw
We
that
really
bitch.
just need somebody to keep them from running through that tunnel. We need
Yeah.
some way to keep them from going.
Can you send a card that looks like a dragon on the other in the tunnel, and then they run towards us?
What's wrong with them running away from us?
I
Oh, snaps.
actually have a spell while I was reading through my book last night, catching up on the spells that I kind of forgot about. I learned something called hallucinatory terrain, where I can make the entire terrain look like whatever I want.
Other terrain or an animal?
Other terrain.
They're mind controlled, right?
So what I can do is
You can make the chasm
make
look like
them
it's solid
hallucinate.
Can you
ground.
make the chasm look like it's solid ground?
I can make the chasm look like a solid ground. I can
Can she
make
do
the
that?
I can make the tunnel across the way look like it's
like
caved
it.
in.
Make the
That's-
big chasm
that's-
look solid
yeah,
ground. They'll fall
that's a
off the
great
edge.
That's a great idea, but
I'll throw
let's
the
stack,
illusion on the fake land.
let's stack the deck, alright? I'm still going to be live bait because I have an inkling that that thing, whatever it is,
It's
with
gonna
tentacles
see
on its
through that.
face, is going to see through it. So if we've
Okay.
got one real half-elf in the mix, he'll focus on me. So I'll take
better
the
run
flying carpet,
fast and
tie it
not
around
get
my back.
taken.
Are
I
you
have
good with
boots of
hauling ass? Okay. As long as
Okay.
you can haul ass.
So I take the rug from Grog and I
Yeah.
roll it up and I tie it. I have a rope
one of
to
your
tie it in my
cards.
back.
It's a big rug on your back.
Saddle up. Let's do it.
It's a very big rug. What's your
Is it?
strength?
It is.
It's a big ass rug.
Wait,
It'd be like
14?
carrying a room
Okay,
rug.
it won't be cumbersome necessarily. to you.
Before Vax leaves,
wait. Might I interject? I'm so sorry.
go ahead.
You will be hauling ass away from the charging
No, I'm
hordes
staying
Just
on.
him.
I'm staying on our side of the bridge.
on our side.
Our side.
But he's got a rug. He's got the flying carpet.
So we're gonna make them hallucinate.
So when you get all the way to the other side of the bridge, then we're gonna chop.
Territory that
No.
doesn't impact very
No, we're gonna chop it when they start coming
Coming more
across
like
the
Green
bridge.
Man.
Yeah.
We're hoping that they're gonna just fall off the edge instead.
Run off the
There you go.
edges.
Ah!
Which side are we gonna chop it on? Our side
Once
or their
he gets
side?
back to our side.
Our side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
They
what's
come
the
back,
bridge made of?
everybody
Is it
falls
just rope
in.
and
Rope.
wood?
From what it looks like, it is rope and stone platforms. Like
On
slats,
both sides?
slats of stone that then the rope is tied around. It's a
Okay.
very, very thick, hefty twine.
Alright,
We can
so,
cut
so
through that.
Tiberius and Vax are going over.
All right.
Do it.
Before Vax leaves, I just put my hands on his shoulders and I cast Enhance ability on him and give him a dexterity boost.
Okay.
I'm also going to sing a little song
So you have
for
advantage
both of
on all
them
dex rolls.
So what's the boost?
to
How's
inspire
it?
them.
You have
Yep.
you have advantage on all
Advantage.
dex rolls
On all dex rolls. All right.
if that comes to
Great,
that.
because that's how I attack.
Well, on advantage on dex ability checks.
Ability
It's like
checks.
acrobatics,
All
things
right.
like that.
Scaling, singing.
Stealth.
Oh yes, I'll sing an inspiration song for both of them.
Okay, so
Hey baby, hey baby.
But
hey,
we need to-
Dwarves say, hey baby, hey baby. Run to the bridge and fall down.
all right. So,
All right.
so inspiration dice to Vax and who else?
This works.
Vax and who else gets inspiration dice? Good.
Oh, I'm sorry. These two, Grog and Vax.
Okay, so both of you guys have a D8
Oh,
of inspiration
you
dice.
going
you can
too?
spend.
Yeah. No, Grog isn't going. Tiberius is going.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Tiberius and Vax.
You
then.
go
So
to
sorry.
get to.
But Tiberius, walk on a bit behind me now. I'm going to walk up to the edge of town and I'm going to shout.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So before this happens,
So
where's everyone
what?
placed?
Yeah,
You
where
guys,
are you guys going?
you guys are across the bridge.
Yes.
Where's the rest of you?
I'm going to set up across. I'm going to set up on our side of the bridge. I'm going to set up the bad news gun and get ready to train it on whatever might try and.
Are there any
Okay.
big rock formations that I can sort of use as a shelter and kind of stay behind that, but also peek around?
About 20 feet off from the edge on the goblin side, there is one outcropping of like a large stalagmite that you could probably get behind.
Oh, on the goblin side.
The goblin side. Do you want to be on their
I
side?
want to be on our side.
Your side, meaning the side that the war camp is on.
No, I thought we were all on the other side of the bridge.
We're gonna stay on the side that doesn't have all the bad guys.
Right. There's the goblin side, which is the first where you guys first went through. There's the bridge, and then there's the war camp side.
Goblin side.
All right. So you're on goblin side for you, goblin side for Grog, goblin side for Percy, setting up the bad news. You're crazy.
Oh yeah,
gun.
gonna be great.
Run that, but you guys
and
are going
Scanlan
back.
as well.
I'm gonna be
The safer side.
Yeah.
Further side.
I'm gonna be. Can I be like halfway in between on the bridge? Is that a bad idea?
You can do that. It's up to you.
Go for it. You can fly.
Can she fly?
Turn into birds.
I can
You're
turn
a
into a
druid.
bird.
Oh, you can turn into a bird.
Yeah.
How long
Fine.
does your spell cast? I mean, your spell last.
My
Shut up.
Which one?
Your illusion spell.
It's a concentration thing, so as long as I can keep it up.
So maybe you should do that.
Oh, for up to 24 hours actually. It's not a concentration spell.
So how far does it reach?
300 feet.
What's
Okay.
the 300 feet?
150 square feet.
Right. Okay.
And it looks, sounds, smells like some other sort of natural terrain.
So what are you going to make the terrain look like? What is your
So
alteration?
what I'm doing, whenever we, can I make it look like there's a cave-in happening through the tunnel?
Keyleth, what if you
No.
fudged it so the cliff
Well, that's what
looked
I'm gonna
like it
do.
went 30 feet further
Yeah, what I'm
out?
going to do, I just want the terrain to look on my side. I want
Close
the
to
terrain
what
to
they're
look
used to.
exactly like what it is, but I just want to stretch it out a little bit so it looks like they've got like an extra running space.
Okay.
Yes, if it
Okay.
looks
So like
too
an additional
different.
40 or so feet out from the actual.
Yes,
outside.
of actual, yes, like the
Okay.
bridge is
Okay.
an extra 40 feet away.
The actual ceiling is maybe about 120 feet up, so it might be a little hard to do that and cause a cave-in type.
Okay,
illusion.
then I'll do that. Then I'm gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna stay on the opposite side of the bridge, and I'm gonna focus on making that illusion.
Okay. Cool. So you go ahead and you cast hallucinatory terrain.
Yep.
You now see an additional 40 feet of the cliff stretches
It looks
out.
very realistic.
And you can actually see
Thank
the
you.
bridge looks attached to it. It's a very, very convincing illusion. And you kind of have to remind yourself that it's an illusion, just so you
Just
don't
be
fall
careful,
for it either.
guys. Please be careful.
All right, so you're kind of chilling on in the middle of the bridge. All right, the rest of you are
All right,
on
I'm
the other
the
side.
outside of the bridge. I'm
outside
on,
of the bridge.
I'm on with them.
Okay, so you're off the bridge now.
Go, yeah.
All right, so now Tiberius, Vax, you guys walk across the bridge, keeping grip on the both side rails, feeling it rock to and fro from the continuous warm bellowing of wind up from the cavern beneath you. Eventually, you bring your way across. What looks like you should be stepping on the terrain is still the bridge, and it takes you a minute once again to adjust to the fact that you're still going across the bridge, but it looks like rocky terrain. Eventually, you make to the other side. You grab purchase on stone. Looking ahead of you, you can see about 60 feet ahead of you the outskirts of the war camp.
Okay. Tiberius, you wait here, ready to run. I take Tiberius by the arm like this. Vox Machina.
Vox Machina.
Okay, so I stealthily walk up the closing distance to the edge of town. I stand there. I click my boots of haste together.
As he runs off, I cast greater invisibility on myself.
All right. Good
I
call.
cast fly on myself, and I hover.
Both of those are concentration spells. You can only have one of those up at any given point in time.
I'll cast fly then.
Okay.
Yes.
So floating up. Okay.
And I kind of go
Okay.
right there, and I'm at enough edge to where her illusions are.
Okay.
That's why I kind of hover around. But
All right.
over a bridge just in case I fall.
Okay. All right. So you're now just kind of hovering above the bridge now. You
I just click the boots.
You feel the sudden surge of magical energy through your body, like adrenaline just pumping into your system.
And I cry out full voice, "Listen up, you walking prawn! Doom has come for you today! Step forth, you slimy bastard!"
As he does that, I toss out 3 cards.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Your trolls can't save you!
Okay.
Right at the rim of where the illusion.
I will find you.
It is
No matter how far!
It's been a while since
How long?
this goes. All right. Okay.
And then we have, of course, behind him.
You shuffled these, right?
Would you call this a
Yes.
job?
All right. This will be very, very interesting.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
This is a good plan.
You got your dice.
Sure.
You got your
Great
dice.
plan.
Are you convincing
Use your
yourself,
dice.
or-
Use your
This
dice.
is a good
Oh no,
plan.
they're dice. These
Hey,
are
we're on the
cards.
safe side.
Oh,
with
these
that.
are cards.
Yes.
Me, we're good.
And
So-
we're on.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. No, we're fine.
So, currently, one of the cards bursts, and you can see rising up from its energy.
What is it?
This awful-looking humanoid, skeletal, undead creature with long golden red robes with this like gnarled gold crown, these glowing blue eyes of just pure arcane energy with this across this horribly gnarled skeletal face. There stands this hideous-looking lich cackling to itself with magical energy swirling about it.
Two of spades. Change. Damn it. I'm looking at Pathfinder right now.
Ace 2 and 2.
Tiberius, can we hit it and quit it?
All right.
What are the other ones?
The other one, poof, and you see before you a kind of
flip them over. They have good graphics on the cards.
Oh, good. It's nice. The energy effect there, poof, the smoke. You see what looks like some sort of a human, kind of long fighting warrior, grizzled, ready to fight, has a big old long sword out, armored up in scale mail. One eye is kind of wounded. He just kind of sits there and growls with his blade ready. The third card. From the smoke appears a red-skinned dragonborn with long blue robes.
Yes!
A staff with a glowing beam of light on it. You see
Joker.
You see an exact duplicate of Tiberius now standing there as the three illusions stand.
That's perfect.
These cards are now spent, correct?
No, they exist until I dispel them.
Right, I mean, like, but the actual cards don't go back to the deck, do they?
Yes, they do.
They do? Okay, good. All right, keep that in mind. Okay. As the shout out, the card illusion appears. You see about 5 or 6 Durgar kind of look out from a nearby tent and go, and then start running towards the center of the town.
Come here, bitches.
About 20 seconds pass.
This way.
And then you start hearing this. It sounds like a drum beat.
God.
Cut the rope. Cut the rope.
No.
What are you doing? Leave Max there. Let's go.
At this point, you now see about 16 Duragar come running out from the center of town, armored, weapons drawn, a few with crossbows, 2 trolls and an ogre charging out. You see the ogre is holding this giant, looks like a stone slab for one of its cubs, and the 2 trolls just come with their claws open, rushing right towards you and the illusions.
I start flipping.
I command the Lich to start doing one of his glowy spells, and and through him I go, "Come for us, your death awaits."
All right.
And I flip the double birds and start walking backwards a little bit.
Just watch your step.
I command the
straight back.
As you're stepping back, 4 of the Duragar immediately take, using their inertia, pull and release javelins in your direction.
Yes.
Oh God!
All right. What's your AC?
Oh gosh.
My AC is 19.
All right. You take 2 javelins.
I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge. For anything I can see, I can dodge for half damage if I need to.
All right. Good to know. The first one strikes you in the torso for a total of 11 damage.
Okay.
The other one hits you for a total of 8 damage.
Is that the halved or?
No, we can choose to have one. It's up to you. You choose which one.
So it was
Or
11
the higher
and 8?
one. Yeah, so it'd be 6.
Okay, 6 and 8. Okay, 14.
14 points of damage. These javelins just hit you and like, oh, that's right. They have range.
Right. I knew this was coming.
You can immediately see one of the trolls goes and lunges forward and slashes the lich, just passing through its form.
He lunges at the Lich?
Yeah.
Sweet!
Lunges through and kind of loses its footing for a second, stops and kind of looks angry, turns around and starts slashing at it again.
I'm
Isn't he on the background?
Yes.
Lich?
Yeah. He's like right at the end
Right,
because
the
I can't throw the cards on the background. Well.
Yeah. So the troll kind of
They're right at the edge.
steps forward, and he's right there. The troll turns around and starts slashing. The other one goes right for the veteran, and goes running right off the edge.
Yes! Was that a troll?
That was a troll. Just
Yes!
The ogre goes running forward towards you.
Yes.
And they're just the speed. They're the first ones to get there. Durgar have tiny legs.
Where's the roll for initiative, man?
You're already back. You're at the bridge.
This is what I'm saying. What are you doing? This is your reactionary point. We're just taking this. This isn't a battle.
Okay,
This is what
yeah,
you're
now
taking.
I'm backing it up. I'm running, man.
All right, so you go charging back onto the bridge. As you go running, all right, both trolls and the ogre have just gone off the side. You hear them screaming as they tumble into the darkness.
I'm laughing as I run. I love it.
Okay. About 4 Duragar also go spilling over the side, screaming as they tumble into the darkness. The rest of them stop and kind of look around.
I start as that's happening. I start to pull back and float away, and I'm commanding all of my guys to come through the bridge because I can command them within 30 feet. So they're all within 30 feet of me, retreating as well.
Okay. As this is happening, you can now see some of the members of the Duragar that are now at the edge are some of the elite guard with the blackened armor you saw. They both kind of step forward and put their foot out, feeling for purchase. Give a nod, pull out their swords, and start hacking at the bridge immediately.
All right, taking a shot.
Does our aim reach? Our ranged attacks? Do they reach?
He's got it.
Huh?
Do our ranged attacks reach?
From this distance, you're going to be at a serious penalty.
I'm not.
You don't, because
I'm taking that shot because I can shoot forever.
Go for it.
I'm untying the carpet quickly.
Oh, for the love of God and all that is holy.
Oh no.
Misfire. I got it.
I can at least try, right?
You go ahead and roll. As you're disadvantaged.
Feels so hard.
So shoots up. And there's a slight delay, and you wonder why isn't it working? And this horrible explosion sound bursts out as you can now see black and red smoke pouring out the front of the barrel of bad news, and it burns your hands for a second. And you're like, shit! Take a second.
Right. So I gotta stop and clean.
Yeah. However, because you were unable to halt that, both of those Duragar take shots at the bridge.
Damn it!
Both hit with their swords.
Are you on the carpet, Vax?
Who's getting it out?
As you're running and pulling the carpet out, the bridge cut clean and begins to fall out from under you.
Okay.
You go pulling out
acrobatics check.
Using dex saves.
This is going to go ahead and be a dex check now.
You've got advantage.
You do.
Okay, good, because the first roll was a 1. The second roll was a 19. plus 9 is 28.
Oh my god.
All right. You pull out the carpet. As you're going to set it down, as you feel the bridge beginning to give out from under you, you feel this creepy sensation pushing towards the back of your head. You guys looking across, you can see now a familiar cloaked figure has emerged.
Clean your gun! Clean your gun!
Cleaning my gun.
Go ahead and make a willpower saving throw.
I survived a free fall, and you hit me with that right after? Yeah. Will save?
Willpower save.
So that's, what is it? I've never done that. That's...
It's at the top of your sheet, above your stats, or to the right of your stats. Oh, it's your wisdom, sorry.
Oh, wisdom, okay.
Wisdom.
Not very good. 7.
No.
As you are running and you get the carpet out, you leap onto it, and your whole sense and awareness of your surroundings just fades from you. You feel your entire body go numb for a second, and you just feel yourself falling.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Oh, falling back.
I go get him.
9 dex save.
Okay,
Right
you
down
go
to 12.
and swoop down, fly. You manage to.
Is he conscious?
He's just staring up at this moment.
Very good. Go. I go just to touch him. I'm not trying to pull him up.
Okay.
No.
What? Try to grab
Fly.
him! Try to
He
grab
can
him!
fly. He can fly.
Fly.
He's like Superman.
You cast fly on him? Alright.
I'll fly, damn it.
He is still just kind of standing there, not doing anything. As you finish casting the fly spell, your fly spell dissipates. It's a concentration spell. You might have one up at a given time.
Wait, you're unconscious?
I don't know what
Yeah, he's like
You're
been
stuck.
taken.
He's
Right now,
catatonic.
is he okay? Well, then I don't do that because you can't fly yourself. So I do grapple instead.
Okay. You grab him as his whole weight goes onto you. What's your strength?
Oh my god.
It's been nice knowing you, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Come on, Tiberius.
Can we see all this happening off to the side?
I'll say,
It's happening
Keelan.
really fast.
Oh yeah, you saw that.
Oh
information,
shit,
right?
could I use...
That's 21.
21. You rush down, diving, you grab the back of his armor. As you yank up on him, you manage to just pull him across and get to the other edge. The flying carpet, however, has plummeted down.
You lost our flying carpet, you unconscious bastard!
However, Tiberius swoops up. You guys just see them both plummet into darkness. And then come flying up at the edge of the crevasse on your side. Tiberius clutching your brother, currently just staring off into space. And drop him down to the ground with a dull thud. The bridge slaps onto the side of the cavern.
I run over to Vax, and I am like trying to figure out what's wrong.
The magic carpet's done.
It just disappeared into the darkness below.
I have to erase it.
But that was our ticket across the chasm.
Yeah,
Yes.
what the fuck?
I loved that carpet. Damn it.
About a minute passes or so, and you come back to your senses.
Oh, good.
I gotta go get the carpet.
Have I cleaned my gun?
Slap him with my agent.
What happened?
Snap out of it.
What happened?
I mean, do we leave or?
No,
They're still across there, aren't they?
What you can see across the way, there's a bunch of them just kind of standing at the edge.
I want to take a shot at the
Noodle face. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Oh man.
He can see
Right
you.
in the noggin.
Control you.
Shoot him to the eye, man.
Not from that distance.
Who knows?
His sniper rifle goes well.
That's a 23.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. As from across the way, you hear this resounding.
Yeah! That don't suck. 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Nice. You just see this blast of red and flame across the way, and the figure is just knocked off its feet, about 10 feet back.
Can you shoot him again?
Yes!
It's just a carnival game for Percy at this point.
At this point in time, you can now see all the rest of the Durgar looking about, and they're all backing away from the cliffside.
Yeah.
You come to, the bridge is just dangling off the side now.
But we're all on the goblin side, and that's
You're on the goblin side, and the bridge is just
That
dangling
felt really
down
good.
into
Matrix.
darkness.
Kind of did.
Who wants to have a picnic?
So how many
Seriously.
are over there?
Just
You only saw the one.
Is
And
he?
how many Durgar are left? How many
Yes, how many are left after all?
after they fell
After
into
all
the
that, and you saw a few more kind of filter out from the town. With that, there was probably about 25 visible at that moment that have all.
I'm going to hang on him visually, and I'm going to wait to take another shot until he tries to stand up again.
Okay.
So if he tries to stand up again, I want to shoot him again.
Okay.
But wait, you can shoot him while he's on the ground, can't you?
It's so much more fun to wait.
You can shoot him, but it's disadvantage to shoot something
Since he's on the ground?
Yeah.
Technically got covered. It'll
A
be
moment
fun at this
passes, and he
point.
kind of drifts back up. Take another shot.
Taking another shot.
Come on, Percy.
Come on, baby.
Like such an asshole.
Fish in a barrel.
Come on, Von Rolo.
15.
15. Unfortunately, does not hit. At that distance, with the darkness, it's very hard to take a beat on him at that point. So he just fires off. You can now see it drift away, and all the rest of the Durgar are now retreating into the city.
And
What are we gonna do? All of our
Okay.
shit's gone.
What are we gonna do?
Maybe
Leave?
can we walk up
Let's
and
take a
see if
short
we can
rest.
find another bridge?
Well, we're figuring
If you
this
want
out.
to, okay, so you walk over to the edge, and you kind of look across the sides. Make a perception check.
I'll assist.
Oh, 20.
20.
No,
Never
no
mind.
assistance needed.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Never.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Plus,
Plus my perception. Natural 20, motherfucker. My perception is 6.
you glance over the side, and looking down, you can see the bridge is just kind of like drifting from the air that's flowing, and you can just see the. And it's not like the whole bottom floor is all lava. There's just streaks of it pouring down from whatever the interior of this lower chasm is. You see at the edge of the rope bridge, which goes down for a good 150, 200 feet or so, dangling, and there's a tiny little flicker of material wrapped up in the ropes of the rope bridge.
It's the carpet. It's the carpet.
Okay.
That seems to be the
We
carpet.
have an infinite rope.
We have infinite rope.
Wait.
I'm gonna tie it to myself.
Wait, hold
We're
on a
gonna lower
second.
you down.
Is it still? It's just at the end of the all the way down there. So I fly down
No,
there and
oh.
go get it.
Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right.
It's still in effect.
Okay, watch out for that warm air, whatever that was.
So,
Ooh, you're right. I take out
Took it away from me.
I take out an empty bottle while I do this.
all right. You glide down along the basis of the or the base of the cut rope bridge, and there, just barely hanging on by just haphazardly falling and tangling itself in the ropes, is the flying carpet. As you float down, you now get a little bit of a better view as your staff is lit. You can see about another 150 feet down below you, a little bit of a reflection of your light. It's currently just kind of rippling and shifting.
It's water down there?
It appears to be some sort of water surface below you. about 150 feet down.
I thought there was lava.
I run and
There
jump
are
off the
streaks
cliff.
of lava
No, you
pouring
don't.
Yep, and I
like
jumped
from
all the way
ceiling
down.
and portions of the wall,
1,000 feet
but it's all
down.
just kind of pouring down and pooling at the edges and then cooling.
Big belly flop.
So it's a river.
And we don't know this yet.
Okay.
And you can see the waterfall, it's cascading over the side, is currently rushing past you by about 30 feet to your right, and seems to be splashing into this pool below.
I retrieve the magic carpet.
You grab the magic carpet, you roll it up, make your way back up.
Goddamn
the
flop.
Carpet!
Here you are.
Ah!
By the way, cool stuff down there. It's actually not lava. It's water, believe it or not.
Water,
There's a-
how far down from the bridge?
It's about 150 feet from the bridge, but it's about 1,000 feet down all the way. We could traverse down somehow, and I think it would be a nice place to go explore.
Place to go explore.
Especially because we have nothing else to do, and
Well, we
can't
could go to the camp and go kick some.
Well,
ass.
look, we know we can't get over
Yeah,
there.
we have a carpet now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but we go over one at a time. And we're waiting
Fly
for
me
them.
down with you.
The
Like,
thing
Three of us
Tiberius and I
can
are gonna fly
The
down.
thing is,
on
we
the
know
carpet.
that deeper down is where they've gone.
Yes, that's true.
So probably it'd be best to go down. We could have avoided all of this bullshit if we.
I don't
We
want to
didn't know,
fight.
and
I
if
don't want to
there's
fight that guy.
if there's more than one of these though, he's going to his friends right now. I mean, if we
Right.
can, it'd be good to put this guy in the ground.
I'm all for
I don't know.
going.
Okay, take me
There's
down.
a
Hang
tunnel
on,
back
let's
there,
go see.
about
Let's
past
go see.
that
I'm
village
still flying.
that they're
You can take,
protecting.
Percy, would you like to come?
Oh, all right.
I to ride the carpet down to the bottom with Percy and Tiberius.
Well,
the chasm.
whoever's going down should be on the carpet because I can still fly, so
Right.
I don't need it.
All right,
Me and
so
Percy
the two
on
of
the
you get out on the
carpet.
carpet, you drift down, and you begin to make your way down this giant crevasse. As you get down, the air gets warmer and warmer, and you begin to see as you come down a good 600 feet now at this point into this much larger space than the one that you guys are currently above. It's like a giant triangular open cavern down here that kind of funnels up into where the bridge was.
Do I see any like tunnels or areas that look like it leads someplace of interest?
As you look down, there is definitely a large pool of water that is leads off into a few other kind of underground rivers that spill off into the mountainsides itself. There are sections of the wall where lava is pouring out, where there seems to be some sort of a vent or some sort of an opening into some magma reserve, and there are about 3 of them that are pouring out and kind of drifting down. One of them is pooling and cooling as it hits the water, and it's just kind of this perpetually growing mass of slow growing rock. There also appears to be one that is just continuing a flow that leads kind of back in the direction where you guys came, but underneath. There's one big lava pool that is spilling and then kind of giving a little bit of light to the inside of a tunnel that continues further down at a decline. The opposite side.
Lava tunnels? What are you crazy? Sorry.
Oh,
yes.
keep going.
Okay.
Are you
On the
done?
opposite side, you can see there's a small outcropping and a smaller waterfall that is pouring out of the side of the mountain. Like another sea is now meeting the river underneath, and that is just kind of cascading out from the side of the rock, dropping about 30 or 40 feet and hitting the edge of the rock pool.
On Cthulhu side,
Okay.
you're talking
On
about?
Cthulhu side, yeah.
I take.
I think we should.
I say, Tiberius, give me some light. And I cast control water, and I just take the pool, the water in the bottom of the pool, and I bend it and I part the pool, and I take it and I cascade it all the way up, following the lava flows.
Okay. Just so you're aware, the pool is about 600 feet across.
I can like part seas with this.
Right. So you can part elements of it, but like it is a large
Oh,
body
okay,
of
okay.
water.
Well, I'm taking. I don't necessarily part it, but I take the water and I draw it up, cascading along the edges, following all the lava streams going into the tunnels.
Okay, the thing you notice is there are 2 trolls and an ogre currently trying to stay afloat.
Oh.
As one of them just pulled under the water.
Gets pulled under?
Yes. You begin moving the water to the sides, and you begin to cool some of the lava flows. You can see the glowing red magma begin to cool to a dark black and become solid. As it does, you can see parts of it crack as the magma is still pushing out. But you're definitely staunching the flow.
I'm gonna kind of push it. There, you said there was a tunnel kind of going up into Cthulhu side.
Yeah, there is a tunnel that seems, or the opening leads to the back, and there's a waterfall that is pouring out from that side.
Waterfall.
There's a waterfall.
The waterfall.
Not a lava fall.
Lava flow is going down the opposite direction.
but there's like a tunnel kind of carving out that way.
Yeah, like a large opening that continues further down.
Okay, I take all of the water and I really just concentrate and I gather just a big tube and I push it down that tunnel.
Okay, so the water that you gather from this, you force into a quick geyser in that direction. As it sprays across the front, you can see it begins to cool some of the magma. It's a pretty hefty flow. You manage to slow it, and you do cool parts of it, but it's going to be difficult and take you a while if you're just constantly pushing water on it to give the flow any sort of serious stop. You do notice the lava flow doesn't coat the entire floor of the tunnel, just a side of it. It's almost like there's some portion of it that is walkable adjacent to the lava.
We can also not go in the not lava cave, Keyleth.
I'm sorry, that lava cave just looks important.
I know. Because of the lava.
Yeah.
Let's go tell the others what's we found. And then we'll come back down this way.
Sometimes a lava cave is just a lava cave.
I fly back up.
Okay.
Guys! Blah, blah, blah.
So here's my thoughts.
The other troll pulled beneath the
Yeah,
surface.
so I don't want to go down
Also,
where
it looks
there's
like there's
things
something
pulling
eating
trolls.
those trolls.
Yeah, let's not go down there where there's things eating trolls. Why don't we just...
In the water? Is that something?
Yeah.
In the giant water pool.
Wait, but we're gonna have to go down eventually, so.
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe.
Okay.
Why do we have to go down there? There's nothing that we need down there.
But across is the way is a 25-man battle with a huge nasty boss.
Well,
There's 7 of
everybody
us
keeps
and
saying that
one of us
everything is
Grog.
deeper and deeper, so I think we're
Yeah.
gonna have to go deep down.
I agree with
eventually.
Vex on this one.
Well, hold on.
Deeper
All those
into the
assholes are
tunnels,
still
not
standing
us.
on the edge across there. We've flown out of a falling tower before. We were all able to do it. Can we just fly up and over those shitheads and go towards the tunnel?
Not with the eye
They-
of that mind
yeah.
flayer.
Yeah,
It can
look what he
grab
did to you.
us.
Can't we go
Exactly.
150 feet in the air and...
The
I
tunnel
think you
doesn't
were
go
at
that
least
high.
150 feet across that bridge when
Yeah,
you did that.
it can grab us from there.
We can try.
I was on the bridge when that
You were on the
happened
bridge
and
when
fell
that happened.
down. I
You
wasn't
were-
way
But the
above.
bridge
You
was
were-
like 250 feet across, right?
Right, you were about loosely 80 feet across when it got you.
When it got me. And
So
you said
this
it's
plane is probably
150-ish feet in here, though, to the ceiling?
To the ceiling, it's about 150 feet, yeah.
You go whoop, whoop.
But the tunnel. Oh.
They have ranged weapons as well.
I think we should go down.
But what is down there?
Here we go find
Kima!
out. You can drop me like a
But there's
depth
no
charge.
sign of anything intelligent down there other than something that's eating trolls underwater. It could be just giant whales down there. We have no idea. There's no sign of humans at all. It's lava and death animals.
Maybe, okay, can I go down there and look in one of the tunnels?
Tunnels go deeper.
Can I look in one of the tunnels and see if I find tracks? If I do, can we
How
go
are you
that
gonna
way?
go in the tunnels?
I've got
There's
a flying
lava.
carpet. There's tunnels that don't
If
have
you
lava
burn-
running
And I
into
can
them.
control water
There's-
for at least an hour.
So down there's a big pool of water,
Lasts
a
a while.
tunnel going towards the mind flayer side with no lava.
Exactly.
And then there's another cave with
There is a
lava.
tunnel that we can walk
Let's
in.
go- going away from it.
Let's
I'll
see
go
if
with-
there's anything resembling tracks.
I'll go
Yes.
with Vax, that way I can cool
Please,
lava
Scanlan,
as
let
we
me
go.
look for tracks. Please.
Tracks in a river.
Tracks in a tunnel.
It's not a It's
It
not that kind of
is.
a tunnel. There's water flowing in it.
There is okay, in the giant cavern, there is towards the side of where you guys kind of entered, underneath where you first came in.
Yes.
There is a descending large tunnel of which there are a series of lava flows that kind of pull into one river of lava that covers half of that path down
In the
there.
direction
Okay.
of Goblin Town.
Correct.
Okay.
Towards the other side, the
Cthulhu side.
the cavern ends, and there's a waterfall pouring out of the side of the wall.
Can't go in there.
That just kind of
Oh,
flows down.
there's a cavern opening.
No, there is essentially a hole where water is pouring out of.
Can't go in there.
Oh.
And,
We can go in there.
We can go in
There's
the
water
one
pouring
with
out of it.
I can make that stop happening.
But what do we find in a
No
tunnel
one-
with
yeah.
water pouring out of it? It's not like anything lives up there.
I would much rather face random beasts who are just random beasts than mind flayers who can suck my
There
brain
would be no
out.
random
Yes, but
beasts, though,
Kima
it's
did
just
not
nothing
fall
but
prey to random beasts. She fell prey to these shits.
Alright, fine. Let's do whatever you guys want to do.
I don't think a boss battle. I don't think we can
Vote.
fight this guy
Vote
and
for fuck's sake. Vote.
Vote.
Put it to a vote.
Yes.
All right, all in favor of going to the Duragar village and facing the giant fucker,
No, up and over, up and over.
or up and over, or at least getting past it. That direction. Then. That's 4 of us.
That's 4.
All in favor of going into the lava flows.
Water
to
holes.
find
Water
something.
holes.
Water holes.
But don't
Tiberius,
hold
you
me
haven't
to that.
voted.
A draconian
Do
does
you
not
Switzerland? Come on.
It's
But
4
you
against
come
us
from a
anyway.
political family.
We
well,
gotta
I
go
don't
that
vote.
way.
I don't believe in our system. Anyway, that's none of your business.
Are you a communist?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Now, Tiberius can fly, Keyleth is an eagle who can carry a gnome, and maybe my sister. And that leaves Percy and Grog and I on the flying carpet. Can I hold our weight? Let's give it a
Well,
turn.
if this doesn't work,
Flying
we're going
carpet
to
can't
the
carry
tunnel.
Grog on his own.
then
Can on the other hand,
Can't wait. Why can't Vax and I just at least go check it out
You
before
lost
we
the vote,
do
Keyleth.
this?
You lost the vote.
I think we should go.
Featherfall.
Fuck it!
Featherfall on
They don't
top.
control us. Let's do it. We're going.
All right. So what? You ladies hop on the flying carpet.
Yes.
The fellowship is
So as you guys are discussing this,
Wait, you're stealing a
the
flying
two
carpet?
ladies leap on the
We're
flying
just checking
carpet.
it out. We're coming back. We're coming back.
Throw a
Just
red one.
wait
Throw a
10
red one.
goddamn minutes.
They shout as they disappear into the darkness below the cavern.
The mind flayer
I
isn't
should-
on pause.
I have a lantern.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a dungeoneering kit.
cool, yellow.
All right. So you pull out your lantern as the two of you are going down towards the water. The rest of you
Part
kind of
the
stand
water.
at the edge of the river. Just going.
Part the water.
I take
follow.
the river flow where the water's flow is coming out.
Meanwhile,
This waterfall,
meanwhile, the
and
mind
I
flayer saying,
reverse it.
"I haven't got all day."
All right. So as you guys float down, the two trolls that were missing, the ogres, are not anywhere to be seen. There's just a slight
We
ripple
don't
in
want
the
to
water
land.
surface.
We just want to go towards
Right.
the tunnel.
As you staunch the water supply of this waterfall, it just kind of holds it in place. Enough of the force of the water coming out is being balanced by the force you're putting back on it. It's just kind of holding it
Can
there.
you lower the water so?
However,
we can
as the water vanishes beneath where the waterfall was, you can see an actual small tunnel that's carved into the Mount Rock.
fuck off, y'all bitches!
Want to go down there? He doesn't do anything yet. We don't know.
Let's go into the tunnel. We go into
Meanwhile,
the
back,
tunnel.
meanwhile, back up top, I'm saying they're not gonna find anything.
Yeah.
They're not gonna find anything.
And I'm agreeing with Scanlan, and I am mooning.
And I'm stealthing. Let's stealth. Let's be very quiet.
Hold on.
All right.
You
fly
can
back
turn
up to
into
tell
an
them what's
animal.
Oh, I can. I go into a Black Panther form.
Scanlan,
Okay.
remember when we had
Okay,
women
and
in
I
this podcast?
stealth.
Both of you guys roll stealth.
Panthers have like advantage.
They have advantage in the stealth check. Yeah.
Just going any further.
16, 13, so 16
Plus your
plus
dex.
whatever
15.
the dex of the panther is.
Plus-
no,
oh.
it's whatever the
Oh.
dex. It's
All right.
gonna be like it's gonna be like 20 or something like that.
All right. You guys move. Are you staying on the carpet?
No, we're like hopping down off the carpet, and I
Okay.
just want to look
Plus
around for
4.
tracks.
I take the carpet
Okay.
No, plus-
and then I bring it up
So
while I tell
22.
him all that stuff.
Okay. So you go back down.
You took.
Take
You
your-
took our
They have-
carpet.
because they needed to get down here as well.
Oh, we're going. Okay, you guys are joining us. All right.
I was
No,
following
we were.
you.
I'm
We
just
were
looking
scouting.
for tracks
You guys-
right now,
And,
Tiberius.
yeah, and I followed you, saw what was going on, took your carpet, and I'm giving it back to them.
So as you guys are.
You can't take our carpet. We're on the carpet.
Oh, I
you
thought you
guys
just
have
hopped
stepped
off.
off the carpet, she said, and you
Sorry, I
transform and
said we
begin
hopped
stealthing in.
Oh, that's
As
right,
you're
we
doing
did
that,
transform.
you turn around
Okay,
and see
sure,
Tiberius
you
has
can
rolled
take
up the carpet and is currently taking it away. So you guys are now at the bottom of this crevasse as Tiberius disappears into the darkness. Okay, we'll go ahead and roll. This would be survival for tracking. Just kind of get an idea if there's anything around you see.
16.
16. You do see some scratches into the mud off the surface there that lead into the tunnel. You see like drag marks. You see some footprints, and that's the best you can make out at this point in time. But the footprints appear to be
Can I do a
dwarven
Oh,
or
okay.
dwarf size in nature.
Can I do a nature check to see what the scratch marks look like? Do they look like any type of beast?
The scratch marks are across the ground, and it looks like just like fingers being
Hands?
pulled through.
Any type of residue? Any type of
Not what you
slime?
can tell, no.
Can we see where the tunnel leads?
From what you can see, there's no light source in there.
We have the light. Remember?
So you take the lantern, you put it inside. The tunnel goes back about 25 feet and then stops. It's just a little alcove.
Oh.
You see within the tunnel a series of skeletons or bodies that are partially decomposed.
Oh God.
And you see what looks like a pile of rags in the corner.
Oh.
Go
So
check
we
it
could
out.
either run or loot.
No, go
What should
check
we
it out,
do?
ladies.
Meanwhile, back
Be
home,
thorough.
No, we don't want anyone to
I'm
die.
saying
I could
they're not gonna find anything. They're not
don't
gonna
have
find
any
anything.
They're telling us not to be stupid because we don't have support. Should we be stupid?
Grog says
Oh, I'm so scared.
yes.
But okay, here's the thing. I remember another situation very similar to this,
It was terrible.
and It was the lair of one of those Umber Hulks.
Right, why don't we just go back maybe to the entrance of the tunnel?
Vexalia, what is going on down there?
Be thorough.
See anything?
You know what? I think we found the lair of an Umber Hulk.
Are you sure?
Oh, pretty damn sure.
It's very, like the actual tunnel is maybe about 5 to 8 feet across. It would not be able to fit an Umber Hulk if it was.
Oh, really? Can I like go along the walls very stealthily and see if I can find any openings, anything else?
As you step inside, you put your hands across the walls. What you do notice is the walls are solid. This appears to have been carved out over time. And as you move in, you begin to see the rags and the pile of rags. It's less a pile of rags and more some sort of humanoid curled up on the inside, unconscious, asleep, or dead, not moving.
What is she? What do they look like? What do they look like?
You can't tell from here. It's just like kind of
Go
curled
in
over
there.
in the corner.
I'd like to roll a save against smugness really quickly. Can I save against
I'm holding my
smugness?
earring.
I feel a wave of smugness.
I think you might.
Feel away.
What should
I
we
do
do?
not save against
You're not
Keelan,
saving against smugness,
No.
Percy.
Keelan,
You don't have one.
I think you should turn into a eagle. Can she turn into something big enough that can carry me?
She can, yeah. A giant eagle, I believe you can, yeah.
What if you turn into something big enough that it can carry me? I hop on your back, and then we throw something at it, and then fly away.
While you guys are having this conversation, because you're talking to each other,
We were talking really quietly.
the thing in the corner kind of rouses and then shoots up out of sudden like fear movement, looking about. You see, dressed in rags, you guys are seeing this for the first time, but it's familiar. Smooth head, purplish and blue in color, a series of tentacles in its mouth, a giant scar drawn across one of its eyes, and it looks filthy, and it looks desperate. And just and looks at the two of you, and you hear a sudden voice in your minds. No movement, just conversation. Say,
Who are you?
Maybe it's a
I
It's
drop
just,
to my knees and I look at him and I just say, "It's okay. We're friends."
it puts up a hand like this, and you see there's a flicker of arcane energy, and a barrier appears between you and this creature, and just looks.
I take my druid craft and I just make a little flower. A nice, pretty little tulip. And
Oh, it's frozen.
I lay it at the edge of the barrier.
Nasty.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay. 9.
Okay, 9 total.
You have not.
No.
No,
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm not a very charismatic person.
It holds its place, and the voice once again hits your mind and says,
How did you find me? What is your purpose here?
I fly back
don't-
down.
No.
Not.
Just them.
We don't mean to disturb you, great sire.
You will die if you try anything.
We're not
I will
going
not
to.
fall here. I will not die here.
We mean to help you. We mean to find our way out and find our friend.
We don't want to die either.
Please, who did this to you? We can help you.
Let's not die together.
you can see, as you get better look at it, it definitely has a large scar across part of its face, and it looks to be wearing remnants of a robe similar to what Scanlan was describing. However, it is tattered, it is dirtied, sullied by the elements and God knows what other liquids. It also has this strange kind of metallic skull cap that's currently placed around its head.
It can't control.
And it's just...
Leave me in peace then. Give me a reason not to slay you where you stand.
We can help you get revenge against your brethren who did this to you.
There's a slight change in mood. You just feel... Make a persuasion check.
Roll the shit out of that new die.
Come on, Vex. 19?
Yes. The barrier flickers and dissipates. It reaches over and grabs looks like a gnarled stick and pulls itself up onto its legs. Now, it looked like a small, minuscule creature is now, even in its terrible hunch that its form is standing extremely tall, like scraping the top of this maybe 8-foot tall ceiling of this tunnel.
Hi.
Takes a step forward and says,
Revenge. You speak of revenge. This is a language I wish to know very well.
Well, you found the right motley crew.
Should we bring it with us?
Would you
Yes.
to come with us?
Like
and
to leave this cavern?
meet our friends? We have friends.
it kind of gives you both a look, and you hear this. There's a slight lurching to it as it gives this horrible guttural.
Friends. That's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Not one I take to heart, but allies in time. That I can understand. Take me to your allies.
Tiberius,
Yes.
maybe you could send that fucking carpet back down.
I'll be right there. I was trying to get the rest of the party here, but everyone's being buttholes. I fly back down with the carpet.
You take him down with the carpet. At the edge of this opening, you see Keyleth, you see Vex both emerge with a horrible tentacle-faced gnarled being with a staff coming out with them.
Tiberius.
Oh, did you make a friend?
See?
Wonderful.
Friends. This is. What's your name?
Looks about to you, Mr. Tiberius, and says, ignoring your question,
You have persuasion to the arcane.
Yes, I'm a sorcerer. I do all kinds of fun things with the arcane.
We shall talk.
Oh, very good. I'm always willing to learn. Seems you are very powerful.
My name. Clarota.
Can we call you Clarence for short?
No.
Hey!
Clarota.
Clarota. In Spanish.
Please, join us on the carpet.
Can he fit on the carpet?
He's very thin.
She can fly.
I'll fly.
He can fly.
Yes, the rest of our allies are up.
carefully steps onto the carpet. Once again, like its tentacles are
I keep a distance.
moving around its mouth, and its eyes are constantly darting. It looks extremely nervous and almost like a cornered animal that's just barely being coaxed onto this journey. And you see with each step it takes, there's a slight flicker of arcane energy at the tip of its fingers, like it's just prepared for anything to go terribly wrong. Steps onto the carpet and goes,
Take me to your allies.
Oh yes, we have wonderful allies.
You could even maybe call them friends. Even.
Not just yet.
it crosses its legs, sits on the carpet, holding its staff to its chest, on the far corner, staring at all of you, and says,
Go now.
You
Hold
guys,
on tight.
you guys make your way up to the top. Eventually, you see the carpet over the edge of the crevasse, come down to a rest as your party has now brought with you the stuff of nightmares.
That's the thing that I saw in the village!
At which point it's leaped off at this point, hovering about, and you can see like this crackle of fire on its hand, and just
No,
I stand in between them like, it's okay.
Peace.
These are the allies we
Peace,
speak of.
friends. We are
Don't
ourselves.
do anything.
We are not controlled.
Don't use a whip scan then. Sing a friendly song because he is our friend ally to the guy. Ally. He's in a bit of a spot of trouble. We are going to help him get revenge or something of the sort.
He's a friend? How?
Ally.
Ally.
Yes.
What's on your hands?
It kind of gives you this keen look of, oh, the least person I expected to ask a question. It kind of hobbles forward with its gnarled staff and says,
I was cast out from my hive. I was cursed with the mark of the arcane. My people see that as an ill omen. I was discarded, left to die.
Let's destroy your hive.
No. You see, the hive is sick. The mind that keeps us safe is no longer its own. An alien one, has come and taken the mind hostage. It has taken my people as its own playthings. I was able to escape its mental grasp.
and it reaches up and taps the metal on its head.
Oh,
tinfoil
hat.
Magneto helmet. This is the guy we've needed this whole time.
But my people were not so easily escaping its grasp. They now are under the control of this creature.
So if we find this creature, we might be able to free your hive as well.
That would be why I wish to have your alliance.
Yes.
Help me free your hive mind. Free my people.
Sense motive.
Oh yeah. Can we sense motive on it?
You definitely can.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I would do it, but
We should also have him help us in your.
I will put this at a group sense motive right now.
What-
So
all
right.
everyone roll.
I rolled 14.
I rolled. What do we add to it?
Whatever. Well, sense motive in this would be your insight.
Insight?
Sorry, Pathfinder to 5th edition.
24.
18.
16.
14.
Natural 1.
4.
16.
13.
16!
Okay.
You're a people person.
Through your intense grasping of this creature's disposition, best you can, as alien and unfamiliar as its mannerisms and speech and interests may be, you get the feeling that it's speaking out of desperation and it's speaking out of genuine interest. You've piqued it with the hint of revenge. You've piqued it with the idea of alliance as opposed to being alone. You get the feeling that it speaks the truth. It genuinely is asking for your help in freeing its people from whatever is influencing their current actions.
Clarota.
What's his name?
Clarota.
Clarota.
Can we just call him Clarence?
Clarence! Clarence!
We
I think
are
you have
very
an
much
alliance.
interested in being allies with you. Might we have your word that upon defeating this creature, we will be safe?
And as a symbol of our dedication to you, I'd love to play you just a little bit of a song that might heal some of those wounds and scrapes that you seem to have all over your body.
It gives you the dirtiest look you've ever received.
It was because of the arcane.
It's a pretty good song.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, 17.
It takes a sudden step forward towards you. Its tentacles.
Play this song.
Break out the.
It better be good.
When I get that feeling, I want Clarota healing. Clarota healing is something that's good for you. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, 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 oh.
Clarota's dancing. I
Make
can
a
see.
persuasion. A performance check.
A performance check. 18.
18.
We all got
so
the
groovy.
In spite of itself, it stands there still glaring at you. But at the corner of your eye, you swear you see its toe tapping. It then kind of, its tentacles withdraw, and in such a way that gets you kind of off-put, and the song comes to a halt and goes,
I've not heard a song. I shall call upon you for more in the future.
Oh.
There's many more where that came from.
Now we talk about how we can kill
Yes! Let's talk about that.
and that's where we're going to go ahead and end the section, guys. That went very interestingly.
Sorry, we had to rebel,
Yeah, sorry
guys.
about that, you guys.
Sorry. It was for a good cause.
Thank you for rebelling and staking out on your own.
You've acquired, for the moment, a very curious ally. Yeah, this will be an interesting branching point for next week.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I know, we should get him to make us hats.
We definitely need one for Grog. We have to get him to make us hats for Grog.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. No combat. You guys avoided quite a few possibilities for battle, and that makes it very interesting dynamic. So well done. You've killed a crap ton of Duragar and
trolls.
Just a couple trolls and an ogre. By sending it off a cliff. It was a pretty eventful evening. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Also, as a reminder, there is Dwarven Forge has been doing an amazing Kickstarter for its next set. I was a supporter for all of Dwarven Forge's Kickstarters, and I'm looking forward to being able to break out some of those dungeon tiles of this game in the near future. But if you haven't checked it out yet, highly recommend it. Go and see if you can back it. Those guys are awesome. The quality of their work is great. All you DMs out there that want to run some seriously legit dungeon setups for your miniatures and battle circumstances, highly recommended. So go check that out. I know I've already backed it, so come and join me in one of us. Anyway, is anyone else have anything else you want to talk about for the evening, guys?
I do.
Hi, Zach.
What's up, buddy? Hey, step on in, buddy.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I wanted to bring up International Tabletop Day.
Yes, let's do that.
Coming up on April 11th. We're going to be live streaming Tabletop Day from here in the studio. Probably not as complicated a setup as this, but similar of a setup. For those of you that have not registered yet for International Tabletop Day, go to the website tabletopday.com or org. I could be saying it wrong. The chat room will let you know.
Just Google it.
Google it.
Angelfire.tabletopday.com.
I'm going to get a text any minute now. It's like, you're saying it wrong. I'm not an actor, damn it. So go check that out, and we're still looking for a lot of countries to have representation. So if you're overseas, go to the website, let your local retailers know about it, sign up, get in on the fun. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have this whole building like stacked to the brim with people, board games, live streaming the whole thing.
Yeah.
Get in on it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it. Thanks so much, guys.
No worries. I think next week we're going to try and do a Q&A after the game, so we'll stay for an hour or more after.
Subs only.
Subs only. Get to hang out.
Subs only. So if you want to ask questions next week after the show, make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
So
do it.
Do it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Oh yeah, awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in to Critical Role. Spread the love, tell your friends about it. I'll come back and join in the story, and we'll have more fun up next week. So see you next Thursday.
Tune in tomorrow for So You Don't Have To, where Becca and Hector play the worst games they can find, so you don't have to.
Yes.
And then Gather Your Party, where we play board games with our friends, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
All right, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I gotta run I'm the only person here, so I gotta run back, turn off the stream. Yeah, talk.
You know, this guy. Guys, thanks again. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon.